What's up, everybody? Appreciate you being here. Hello, hello, hello. Happy TGIF to every single one of you guys. Make sure our mic is on. It's on. All right. So I hope you guys are having a great Friday afternoon, and hope anybody that was in the path of the hurricane is safe. And I hope that there's not much damage. And our prayers go out to each and every single one of you guys that's been in through some heartache with this hurricane. We do pray for you. And I know some of my great spots down there on the Gulf are kind of damaged right now that I enjoyed going to all the time. So hope that they get a speedy recovery to all those folks down there in Florida and also through the United States where this storm has gone. So thank you guys for tuning in. The ones that can tune in. Hope you guys are ready to have some fun tonight. We're going to be bringing you the Kubota Tractors 200. Green flag says it drops in 11 minutes. Coverage on the FS1 broadcast will begin in about 10 minutes or 11 minutes, and we'll be bringing you the FS1 audio. No cams, as always. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series doesn't allow any in-car cameras or anything like that. They don't let us have any of that. So if you guys are ready for some streaming tonight, I hope you guys are ready. What's up, Bronny? What's up, Jake? What is up, Richard? Eva, what's going on? Matty F says, man, the Braves up 2-0. I like that. What's up, Richard? Billy Bowles, what's going on? Elmer, thank you for becoming a rookie member. We appreciate you, Elmer. Thank you so much. Kenneth Clark, what's going on? Hello, 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 Richard. Everybody, Clan was in here a little bit ago. Lane was here. Teresa dropping those 98. Steve, what's going on? How are you guys doing? What's up, JH? Hello, hello. Jamie as well. Yes, we had a great vacation, Jamie, if you're still watching. And it's 2-0 Braves. Awesome. Good deal. So tomorrow's going to be a really busy day. Tomorrow's going to be a very busy day here on the channel. We're going to be bringing you live NASCAR Cup qualifying and practice in the afternoon or noon around 11:45. And then we're going to bring you the NASCAR Xfinity Series tomorrow, the Kansas Lottery 300, flag to flag coverage. And then we're going to fly to Atlanta. We're going to bring you the Atlanta Braves versus the Kansas City Royals if the weather is good. Hopefully that blob of rain stays away from Atlanta because we do not need any more rain delays or rain cancellations there in Atlanta. So hope you guys are ready to have some fun. And also Braves, the Georgia Bulldogs BAM will be on tomorrow night as well. So we'll be keeping up with those scores as well. So everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. Who else is going to the Hollywood Casino 400? I would love to go, but I've never been to Kansas. That would be cool to go see that race as well. But thank you guys for tuning in. Logan, are you going, Logan? Karen, good to see you as well. Wesley, let's go, Chevy. Bubba Davis says, hey, Mr. CeeLo, go forwards. Awesome, Bubba. Ree, what's going on? Stay safe, but have fun. And like I said, yeah, all the impacted areas, we hope that you guys are doing well. And praying for you guys to get back to normal very soon. So the last time we left you on the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series was in Bristol. Lane Riggs shocks everybody again, and he wins back-to-back. And not one playoff driver has won a race yet. So this is the last race in the round of 10. And we'll move on to Talladega next week. But two drivers right now are out of the race right now. That's Daniel Dye and Ben Rhodes. They want to get in this race as much as they can, but it's going to go down to 8 drivers here starting next week in Talladega. So hopefully we'll see what happens. Now, Corey Haim's got a tough way abouts. He did not qualify. So Corey Haim is in 33rd along with Jennifer Jo Cobb. He's got a long way to come through the field tonight. So Corey Haim, he's my pick. He was my pick, and my underdog is Daniel Dye just because I love that paint job on Daniel Dye tonight. I forgot to add a couple more drivers I need to add to the list here on our share here, so maybe I'll do that here in a little bit. But let's go through the field really quick before pre-race ceremonies start in about 7 minutes. Haim crashed out in practice. Oh, man, so he's in a backup car, too. So this should be interesting for Haim to see. I wonder if that was the car he had here in the spring. I think Majeski wins. He's on the pole. Ty Majeski. That's what you need to do on the pole. 1 second, guys. All right, thank you. So Connor Mozak in second place in that 7 Spire car, which I love. That 19 Christian Eckes in third, Ben Rhodes in fourth. He needs that get in the playoffs, and right now he's on the outside looking in on the cut line. So I assumed he crashed out. So I guess we'll find out here when the stream starts. Morning, evening, all on Australia. Daryl, good to see you as well. Dawson Sutton in fifth place, Caden Honeycutt in sixth, Nick Sanchez in seventh, Stuart Friesen in eighth, Jake Garcia in ninth, Daniel Dye in 10th, Dean Thompson in 11th, Matt Mills in 12th. I forgot that Nick Sanchez was in this race. I should have picked him as my dark horse. Lane Riggs, can he do 3 in a row? I don't know. Tyler Ankrum there in 14th, Chase Purdy 15th, Raj Caruth, Billy Voles, there's your boy, in 16th, 17th, Taylor Gray, 18th, Corey Day back in the trucks again, Grant Infinger in 19th, Brent Holmes in 20th, Tanner Gray in 21st, Bailey Curley 22nd, Brendan Queen in 23rd, and that one truck, Lawless Allen in 24th, Marco Andretti in 25th, in that 4-car, 4 Chevrolet, Matt Crafton in that 88. Let's see if he can come through the field. Justin Monick in 27th, Spencer Boyd 28th, Connor Daly in 29th, Timmy Hill 30th, Frankie Muniz back in the saddle in 31st, Nathan Bird in 32nd, Corey Hine, like I said there, we don't know what happened to him during qualifying, but we'll see what happens, and Jennifer Joe Cobb in 34th. So there is your totals, and we have 134 laps in this race today. So Logan Bearden, yes, he is in the AM car, because NASCAR Cup Series drivers are not allowed in the Xfinity races. So we'll see how they can do with that. But thank you guys so much for the subscribes. All right, keep on hitting that like button as well. See if we can get to 100 likes on our channel tonight on our NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Next week, we go to Talladega on a Saturday, so that should be interesting for that. So, hope everybody's doing well tonight here on our channel. So, keep hitting that. Bronny says, you know what that meant when NASCAR Cup drivers aren't allowed in Xfinity playoff races? I guess that because they don't want anybody to win it, I guess? I'm not sure. Well, Amarola's not in a Cup car. He's totally not in a Cup car, so... Jinjo always finishes several laps down. Well, it's okay. That is okay. 71 pick for the win. Dark Horse 91. So, yeah, here we go. Billy Vo started. Let's see. Who do you have winning to this game tonight? I have Corey Heim. Hand Whiskey says, I'm here at the Kansas Speedway. Just had to brag. Nice, man. Where are you sitting? Try hard. Are you sitting? Is the crowd full? Normally, probably not on a truck race, but you'll be there Sunday. Good deal. We'll be bringing the live coverage Sunday, flag to flag coverage here on our channel as well. So make sure you guys that are at the track check in with us. Tell us how it's going. Tell us where you're sitting. Maybe we can see you. Who knows? But if you are at the track, we love for you to pop in and say, hey, I have Tanner Gray winning. Raj Caruth for the dark horse, Bronny says. Caitlin Clark got eliminated from 2 nights ago. Yes, he did. Are you going to stream the race? Yes, I am, Jared. But you won't be able to watch the race. They don't let you watch. I won't be able to show the race. Section 206, row 37, and it's great, he says. Nice. Good to see you. Good. Thanks for popping in here. So, hold on one second. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I had a phone call real quick, but we'll be getting to it in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We're bringing you live audio of the race. We won't be able to show you anything. The cameras are not available either, as like we do during the Xfinity race and the Cup Series. But we're going to bring you the best coverage we can possible tonight on the Go at CeeLo. But thank you guys so much for tuning in here. Keep on sharing the stream out, hitting the like for us, and see where we are on the likes now. As we are at 55 likes. Let's see if we get to that 100. And on lap 3, guys, we're going to honor Dale Sr. Lap 3, we're going to put 3s in the chat. So every time when I put the 3s up on lap 3, and normally there's an accident on lap 3, but we'll see what happens. Hey, Mr. CeeLo, do they have lights at the track? Yes, they do here at Kansas. They do have lights at this track. So if we have to deal with weather, maybe we can wait. But as you remember, in the last spring race, the night race we had during the Cup Series, Chris Buescher and Kyle Larson came that close, as you saw in our preview vlog. Oh, I got to update my Streamlabs thing, too, to make sure our preview vlog is on there, too. So 1 minute and 26 seconds before the audio starts, and we'll bring it in here for you guys. It'll be hilarious if Lane Render wins again. Wouldn't that be something? But if I was Lane Riggs, I would have stayed in the car he was in. The Pilot. Was it Pilot or Love Truck Stops? I would have stayed in the Love Truck Stop paint shop. You're 2-0 in the Love paint job. So, but Denver says, "Hey mate, are you going to do the Bathurst 1000 live streaming special?" Probably not. We got a full schedule tomorrow. I don't even sure when that is. Love's Travel Stops. Okay, so it was Love's Travel Stops. Yeah, so he changed his paint scheme. So we'll see what happens. So live's coming into 40 seconds here, y'all. 40 seconds, and we'll have that all in there for you. Mm-hmm. 24 seconds, and here comes the audio. Hope you guys are doing well tonight. Appreciate y'all being here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and let's have a good time tonight, and let's see who wins and moves on to the second round of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series playoffs, round of 8 after this. 2, 1, and here we go.
Now get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. Just trade in.
Just waiting on I predict 7 cautions. Let's do that. How many cautions you got tonight? How many cautions do you have tonight? How many are we going to put right here tonight? I'm going to go 5. 5 cautions. We didn't get much damage aside from two from the storm. Twigs from the storm. Gotcha. Bronny's got 5 cautions. Daniel Dye. Dennis has got 9. Jake's got 6. Terry's got 6. 6 for Michael. George has got 4.
While 8 others will advance to the round
Eva's
of
got
8.
5. And here we
Drivers
go.
on the outside looking in. 2-time and defending series champion Ben Rhodes. He sits 10th, 12 points below the cut line. Can he find his playoff form tonight? And how about first-time playoff driver Daniel Dye? He's having a breakout year, but after a 32nd place finish a week ago, he finds himself 7 points below the cut line with a new hairdo.
With 8, Justin.
And one of the veterans of the Truck Series,
October
Grant Enfinger, he finished outside the top 10 in the 2 previous races
we'll
and sits on the bubble in 8th, 7 points to the good. And how about the biggest story outside the playoffs? 22-year-old Lane Riggs. He has played spoiler, winning the first 2 races of the playoffs, hoping to make it 3 tonight. Now, let's go trackside for pre-race ceremonies.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as you're able, remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as the Hutchinson County Sheriff and Hutchinson Police Department Honor Guard present our nation's colors. Here to offer tonight's invocation, please welcome Associate Pastor at St. Paul's United Methodist Church, Eric Vogt.
Let us pray. Creator God, what a gift to be here together. We didn't get here alone. Each of us is here because of a team. Thank you for all who went before us and who go beside us to pave our way. We pray for these teams, drivers and crews, first responders and military, fans and families. Whatever team we may root for, unite us across our differences and help us to care for the good of all. With teammates and for all who come after us, let us persevere in the race marked out for us. In Christ and all the names by which you race with us. Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome from the Gardner, Kansas Police Department, Patrol Sergeant
USA
Justin
in the
Weathers.
Chat, y'all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light
what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well done, and what a beautiful night here in Kansas. A beautiful fall evening. The weather is perfect, and we're so happy you're joining us here for our second race of the day. We had some great action in the Arc of Menard series earlier. Happy you're joining us. I'm Jamie Little, he's Phil Parsons, and Michael Waltrip, and we've already talked about the playoffs and how important they are. Tonight's elimination night. Some drivers, they can breathe easy. Others, though, on the bubble, Phil, tonight, their season hangs in the balance.
Yeah, we've had 3 drivers locked in last week at Bristol. Ty Majeski, our pole sitter, all but locked in. But for those guys you were talking about, the guys below the bubble, you can see him right here, Daniel Dye and Ben Rhodes. The good news is 5 times, the last 5 years, the guy below the cut line was able to bump his way in this round. But you look at their starting positions, that's the very bottom in yellow. But how about where these guys finished back in May? None of them, other than Daniel Dye with a 9th place finish, really had very good finishes. They're all going to have to do better than that tonight. They're all very capable of doing that tonight. But certainly their work cut out for Daniel Dye and Ben Rhodes, who come into this race below that cut line.
Well, we've had some tremendous races here. In May, we had the closest finish ever in Cup Series history. And you know we're going to have a good show tonight, Michael. But what makes it so racy here?
Well, it's like in baseball. You know, the coach tells the players, hit it where they ain't. Well, in this race, at this racetrack, you can go everywhere. If the truck's in your way, just go where they're not. They'll be running 3, 4 wide, all the way out next to the wall and down to that inside lane. The restarts are crazy.
I did not, Kenneth.
But you want options as a
that.
racer, and that's what this racetrack represents. You don't have to go worry about being out. Follow the gray guy down to the bottom. You don't have to worry about going out of bounds. Everything is in play, and these guys, Phil, they're going to use every inch of this racetrack tonight, and we are in for a real treat.
Certainly looking forward to that. It's known as the Sunflower State. Tonight, it is hosting the Craftsman Truck Series playoffs. Green flag.
All right, so gentlemen, start your engines just here right away. Thank you guys so much for the prayers and also the USAs in the chat during the national anthem. What's up, Derek? Kenneth, what's going on? Kenneth Fox, what's going on? I did not stream the ARCA. I don't do any ARCA, but they don't really supply all the information that we can need to put on a stream. But I'm going to enjoy my rabbit ears when I can tomorrow. Thanks for your live chat. Oh, you got that from the video. That's right, the rabbit ears, man. You guys with the rabbit ears. You guys watch the race. You're welcome, Brian. Good to see everybody. Appreciate everybody. Make sure you're checking out that preview vlog that we had. We put out every Friday a preview, looking forward to the weekend, telling you what we're going to be doing, what the paint schemes are, what the race is about, what the standings are, just to get you ready for these races on the weekend. So coming up next weekend, we're going to Dega, baby. That's right, the high banks of Talladega. So we're looking forward to a lot of that, and maybe some thumbs, right, coming around the bend too as well. But thank you guys. We're still on Fraser, Kenneth says, from Brazil. What's up, Jorge? Good to see you. And what time does the race start? Someone asked. Daniel Berry as well. What's going on as well? Eric says, greetings from Brazil as well. Thanks so much for the subscribe, Mohammed. Appreciate that. The race should be starting here very shortly. We'll get gentlemen start your engines here very shortly. So which two drivers do you think are getting eliminated tonight? I want to see Daniel Dye move on, man. Enfinger might have some issues. I don't know. Maybe Taylor Gray. I don't know. We'll see. If hopefully not Daniel Dye. He is my dark horse tonight to win. So we'll see how you think it goes. Do you think Ty Dillon will get that 31 car next year? I believe so. That's what the rumor is. Mike D, what's going on? Hey, CeeLo. What's up, Killian? What's going on? Hey, CeeLo in chat. Hopefully, prayers for everyone, their loved ones that are okay from the hurricane. Yes, prayers go out to every single one of y'all. So, what channel? It's on the FS1 broadcast. FS1 broadcast. So make sure you guys tune in for that. We'll be bringing you live audio at FS1, the running live order, and all the fun stuff. We'll be talking some racing in here as well. CeeLo, predictions for the Tennessee game tomorrow. Tennessee is off tomorrow. Tennessee's bye week tomorrow. And CW on my phone makes wait 24 hours to watch the race, right? So I'm going to sign up for YouTube TV for the rest of the year so we can have the audio from that. That's the only way I can get it. I've tried everything. Other than put it on my TV back here and turn it on and try to figure out if I can run the audio into the computer. I'm not sure if I can do that. I'm not that tech guru. I can run a stream like this, like all this stuff going on, but I'm not sure about bringing a TV audio into the computer. I'm not sure about that, so I'll have to check that out. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. I know the CW has been a heartache for a lot of people thinking they had it. Fubo says they have CW, but it's not available in my area. I don't know. A lot of people said they had it on YouTube TV, and it's not available in their area. So I'm not even sure if I'll be able to watch it tomorrow. If not, we'll just be doing it the old school way, MRN or PRN, whichever one it is tomorrow, and we'll be watching the cams. So that's what we'll do tomorrow, if so. But Georgia and Alabama tomorrow night, yeah, it's gonna be fun tomorrow. We'll keep up with that during our Braves game. We got Braves Royals tomorrow night late. Our triple header tomorrow, so make sure you guys tune into that. Make sure you hit that like button, and our new goal is 23,000 subscribers. That's our goal, 23 MRN tomorrow. Okay, thank you, Joseph and Alex.
Fire you up. I don't know what will. We welcome you back to Kansas Speedway. A gorgeous night. Weather, fingers crossed, look perfect. Let's fire them up. Time to go trackside once again for the command.
Let's go.
Kansas Speedway, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Please welcome Operations Assistant of Parts at Kubota, Kristen Stevens.
Drivers, start your engines!
Let's go. Titans and Dolphins, not much of a highlight, exactly.
All right, practice and qualifying took place a few hours ago. Let's take a look now at the Craftsman starting lineup. Ty Majeski got the job done fastest truck earlier this afternoon, starting alongside
FS1
Connor
does
Mozak.
not do cams. They haven't done cams
How about Ben
for the
Rhodes
beginning of the
coming
season
into this
for
race,
trucks.
knowing he has to have
You're
a good
welcome,
run,
Mike
had
D.
a great qualifying effort.
Check out row 3. Dawson Sutton hops in that 25
very
truck
soon,
and
John.
puts it in the
Cars
top
are about
5
to
right
roll.
alongside Caden Honeycutt. Every time Caden gets behind the wheel, the 45, he's fast. Looking forward to watching that row go forward tonight.
Nick Sanchez, playoff driver, locked in, moving on to the round of 8.
What's up, Close
alongside
Profits?
Stuart Friesen. It's a good track for Stuart.
Here's Daniel Dye. Comes in just a little bit below the cut line. Needs a good one. One other guy above the cut line is Grant Enfinger. Let's see if we can chat with Grant. Hey, Grant Enfinger. Phil Parsons in the Fox booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Phil.
Well, buddy, you know what you got to do? You come in here above the cut line. You've been below the cut line in one of these elimination races before and won
Heading to Kansas,
to make it
awesome
into the
close.
next
Have fun.
round. What about tonight?
Yeah, you know, this is the position myself and Jeff Pankwitz and about half of our guys on this team have been before. So, yeah, we know it's up in front of us. You know, we don't, we're not proud that we've dug this hole, but at the same time, like as a race car driver, as a race team, this is what you get up and kids strive for every day to be in these situations and to make the most of it. So we're right behind the pace truck here, which is normally a good thing. The problem is this is the second pace truck, so we've got some work to do after qualifying. But I was pretty happy with our truck after about 5 laps. We just lacked a little bit of fire off speed.
Hey, Grant, it's Michael, and I'm just curious. I said in the opening how many options you drivers have at this track. For us to watch, it's so much fun. What's it like for you as a driver to know you can go high, go low, go up the middle?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite places as a driver. It limits our excuses. We got 3 or 4 lanes we can choose from. Dirty air still matters here. It still matters, especially when you're, in the position we are, starting 19th here. But less than most places because we do have so many options. Most people made their way to the top pretty early on in practice, so I do anticipate that early on.
Buddy, we appreciate you talking to us. Have a great run.
Yeah, thanks everybody for sticking along for the ride, and thank you to Champion Power Equipment, everybody at CR7 Motorsports and Chevy that allows us this opportunity.
I just love that. We're in the truck. He cranks the engine and spends a little bit of time with us, just getting us up to speed on what he's thinking, what they have to do. Just great TV.
Well, as always, we have 2 reporters with us, but tonight we have a rookie, but he is no stranger to the Craftsman Truck Series, a 2-time champion and the 2005 winner right here in the number 30 truck, Mr. Todd Bodine. And Todd, we're so happy to have you here. I know you had the rookie stripe on earlier, but we're excited to have you.
Pit reporter.
Well, thank you, Jamie. Yeah, it's great to be on the broadcast.
Derek, I don't think so, though.
And back in 05, when we were racing, in my whole career in a truck series, we didn't race under this playoff format. We just raced week to week for points. This playoff format has so much pressure that comes with it, so much on performance each and every week. And tonight, one of our playoff drivers, our defending champion, Ben Rhodes, has a little bit of added pressure. He's 12 points below the cut line. That means they have to go out tonight, execute every stage, get those stage points, along with getting a good finish. And for Ben, it puts a lot of added pressure in that situation. I'm with Doug Randolph as crew chief. And Doug, you've been in this situation before. You've been around this for a long time. How can you help Ben from on top of the box to make sure you execute all night?
Man, we've talked about all the strategies and scenarios, so we all have those in our mind. It's just a matter of keeping him updated where we are, where we're going. Things start to get off course, make sure we pat him right back in the right direction. But man, the guys at Thor Sport have been working hard. This is a new spec truck that they brought out for all of us. We have high hopes for it. And, this is just one of those moments in sport that we all crave. And Ben Rhodes has a history of answering the call in these moments. So we'll see if we get her done tonight.
Yes, he does.
Got Ben Rhodes winning tonight.
Back to you, Jamie.
Great job, Todd.
That
And well
Kubota,
done,
hey,
Doug Randolph.
he's
Looking
got
forward
the
to seeing
sponsor
how
of the
Ben
race
Rhodes'
on his
Met
truck.
99 team performed tonight. Well, Amanda Busick is doing double duty once again. So, Amanda, who are you watching tonight?
Absolutely. We're going to continue the conversation on the playoffs, and one of the drivers sitting
Good
above that round of 8 cut line is that of Rajah Caruth, who had that impressive drive at Bristol. But he comes into Kansas saying that he's seeking redemption. He feels he's always had a great truck here, but has not been able to garner the finish that he's looking for, but also said that he comes into Kansas, he always feels joyful. You'll see 2 Chiefs players behind me on his pit box rooting for him tonight. I saw Rajah hug every single member of his team before he got into his truck tonight. I want to go back to Bristol, though. It was not a joyful night for Daniel Dye. It was so bad.
Anytime you guys want me to scroll
up,
up,
let me know.
let me know.
Here tonight that he shaved his hair off, guys, ahead of Kansas. Said he comes into this race with much more confidence in himself than he had in the spring, and said he knows he needs a nice finish here tonight to even have a chance
Billy Bowes, I agree with you.
advancing above that
Hit that like
playoff
button, y'all.
cut line into the round of 8. Stage wins. A win here tonight possibly, but a top 5 finish and 50 points is what
likes.
Daniel Dye is seeking.
Thanks, Amanda. Well, now we know why he cut his hair off. He just had enough, wanted to put the bad luck behind him and move on starting tonight. All right, Mikey, how about you give us the Craftsman track description?
Third time's charm. I'm in love with this track. Have y'all noticed tonight? Let's go to the Craftsman track description and see what it's all about. You can see 17 to 20 degrees of variable banking in the corners. That's the key to running high and low, and these drivers will take very much advantage of that. It's a 1.5 in length and Phil, upwards of 180 miles an hour into the corner. These decisions have to be made quickly, and that's what these drivers are faced with our Craftsman track description.
At 3 or 4
How many
wide,
yellows? I'm going
170 some
5.
miles an hour.
Lloyd?
Just take a look at our race analysis. You see this race is 134 laps, just over 200 miles. Stage 1's 30, stage 2 is 30. The final stage is 74 laps. You see our pit window somewhere between 50 and 55 laps. This race ran green that last stage last year, so we had green flag pit stops. Could happen again tonight.
And with differing agendas, guys already locked in the next round, we could see some serious strategy if the caution flag flies at an opportune time for some of these guys.
How about our 2 onboards tonight, gentlemen?
Well, we're going to ride along with the guy we just talked to. This is Brandon Finger. This is a champion Power Equipment Chevrolet. He started from the 19th spot, and he's a former winner here at Kansas.
And he sounded confident. He knows what he's up against. Let's hop on board with Danny Dye in the race to stop suicide number 43 Napa Night Vision truck. Finished season best, career best, second at Nashville earlier this season. Let's check out some in-truck radio and see what some of these guys are thinking.
Be an animal, be smooth, no mistakes. We can do it.
What's up, Menace?
Say a little prayer if that's what you do. Have a good night.
Let's go, Daniel Dye.
Animal.
That's what I do. I say a prayer before every broadcast because this is just so intense and so much fun for us to be able to cover. I'm thankful for this opportunity.
That young man has had quite the season. See if he can continue that streak.
You know, I've been thinking about it, Jamie. He's
like
a scrapper.
that, Matty.
You know, he got himself up against a wall coming into the playoffs, was able to scrap his way into the playoffs. Keep that in mind as he goes racing tonight. He knows what he's up against.
So, Mark, good to see you from South Carolina.
So Daniel Dye 7 points below that cut line. As you look at the front row, Connor Mozak,
what's up, Rodney? Good to see you.
A 2-time winner here in the Arkham and Art Series, knows how to get around here, starting outside front row.
Does my
Here's
mic sound good?
Leaderboard, the round of 10. Christian Eckes, Corey Heim, Nick Sanchez, all advancing. Ty Majeski, he's just got to have a good stage 1, and he's locked.
Yeah, Rajah Caruth had a great run at Bristol, puts him 35 points above the cut line.
And
then it gets a little bit dicey. Remember, 60 points are available here. Tyler Ankrum and Taylor Gray said 25 and 23 above. That's okay, right? Well, if they have trouble early on, it could be a long night for them.
And I like 8th, 9th, and 10th. They know what they have to do. They got to go out and win stages, run up front, collect all the points they can, and not worry about numbers. Just go as fast as they can all night.
Saw Taylor Gray in there. He's in the mix. First time in the playoffs. He was in his brother's pit box earlier in the Arkham and Art Series race when his brother Tanner Gray, who's also in the Truck Series race tonight, dominated earlier, went to victory lane. What a big win for him.
What's up, Colin? Good to see you. All right, here we go. Lights off the pace car. Y'all have fun tonight. Be nice to each other. Cheer on your driver.
Didn't make it easy on him, though. He had to start the back, work his way forward, had an issue later, and still
for the last race.
What a race.
Guys, how about
the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series
he had a cut
in the
tire
first round? Let's
go,
go, Corey Heim.
Show
him how it's done back in 33rd.
Decided to take that truck back to the garage.
Boogity,
make sure everything was okay,
y'all.
starting at the back. He's going to be fun to watch. He's a former winner here as well. One here this spring.
Oh, yeah, by the way, it's his favorite track as well. Ty Majeski, Connor Mozak leads the field in
no cameras.
Green at Kansas Speedway. Nick Sanchez jumping out of line
Look at Majeski.
Didn't take long to get 3 wide, did it, Michael?
Look at that mess back there. They'll continue that 3 wide, too. Sanchez dies.
Majeski's got the lead.
In that 2 truck.
45 working his way up by
here comes Eckes.
Battle for the lead.
Side by side. Christian
Eckes and
Majeski on the outside, trying to take the lead away from Ty Majeski. Too close to call right
now
there.
to lap 3, y'all. Get your 3s ready.
Weeks about the big 3. These 2, along with Corey Heim, and here 2 of them are battling for the lead.
Connor Mozak
get your
in
lap,
that 7 truck for
3s ready for lap 3.
Time there. Just keeping his eye on that battle as they're side by side still.
Here we go. Every 30 laps on the go with CeeLo. We honor you, Dale Senior.
Ben Rhodes on the outside.
Let me see those 3s.
Nick Sanchez down low.
3s in the chat.
Spot.
As we honor you, Dale. Dale Senior, 3s
Rajah
in the chat.
Caruth got into the wall right there. Just scuffed
wow.
it. Ooh.
He was loose,
in the wall.
Sure was.
Caught that truck, a little bit of damage.
Freeze,
You don't
y'all.
want to hurt the right rear
Feel
of
it.
these trucks. They're very sensitive in that area. I talked to speeds of upwards of 180. You need all the aerodynamic downforce you
Freeze.
can get. If he bent that right rear, that could be, another truck into the wall.
Man.
That could be a lot of problems for Raja. Oh, that was Danny Dye.
no.
And he did serious
Danny
damage to that
Dye.
right rear.
You can see that right rear is a little bit straighter.
Dang.
When these right rears are built, they actually look like a little bit of a banana. But when you catch the wall with that right rear
Thank
corner,
you guys
it
so
straightens
much
it
for
out,
the
and
three.
that costs you a lot of downforce, a lot of side force that these trucks rely on.
Daniel Dye was off the pace momentarily.
What's up,
Still
Cyrus?
being shown in the 13th position.
Watch this contact. Right there, Daniel into the wall. Running inside the top 10 when that happened. Falling back to 13th and continuing to drop.
Come on, Danny Dye.
Meanwhile,
Oh, he got loose.
Wow, really
I thought he
loose.
just slid up, but that was a loose situation.
heck of a race up front as Christian Eckes is the new leader.
Christian
Ty Majeski
Eckes, let me
slips
see
back.
those
The 7 is still
19.
there, and now the 2 of Sanchez working his way.
Christian
Ben
Eckes.
Rhodes just behind him.
What's up, Black Viking?
Connor Daly in the 44, a pass-through penalty for passing below the line at the start of the race.
Connor Daly.
You have to stay in line until the
And that
start-finish
44.
line before you can flare out.
Drive-through penalty.
See if he went. Pink truck. There he goes,
Yeah.
right there.
And again, that's probably due to the fact that he doesn't run very many of these races. Yeah, different rules, different series. Obviously, used to run in the IndyCar series. Oh,
Man,
that was
Truck scraping the wall there as well.
is that Taylor Gray?
Taylor Gray.
I thought it
Man,
looks
what's
like
the
it.
deal
I
with these
thought
trucks?
when he went out of our camera shot, he was spinning across the racetrack.
How's Frankie already 3 laps down?
Taylor Gray in the 17 in the 8th position.
Remember,
told
these
you
trucks
about
practiced
Heim.
during the day. Obviously, it was close to 80
Corey
degrees,
Heim
maybe even
coming.
more than 80 degrees. You would think that they would have more grip.
Look
Two
at
of them
behind
in the
him.
That was
wall.
Lane Riggs. That's the
Riggs.
truck that I saw sideways was Lane Riggs in that 38. Right
Woo,
there.
everybody's
Wow. And then also Dawson Sutton there. See him
Through
hitting
the
the bottom?
grass.
Yeah, he almost wrecked as well. Crazy.
Yeah, Phil, you're exactly right. I talked to a lot of these drivers in practice or after practice. They didn't know where to start these air pressures. They didn't know if the racetrack was going to go loose or tight. They had no clue, so a lot of these guys had kind of guessed on where they needed to be. And you
Corey
can see
Heim,
these guys
baby.
are really struggling already with these
This
more
is a
out
dirt
racetracks.
race? No.
Yeah, Todd, you know this. A lot of times when it cools down, the front tires start sticking better. You get more front grip, and what's that do? It makes the back loose, and that's a whole lot of what we're seeing right now. Could be the cooler conditions that are causing that.
What do you do? There's
Well, so far, so
Elmer.
good
There's
for the 2 at the front. Ty
emojis you can
Majeski
use.
continues to lead. Christian Eckes working lap number 10 from Kansas.
All right, Majeski, Christian Eckes, Nick Sanchez, Connor Mozak, Stuart Friesen, Ben Rhodes, Caden Honeycutt, Taylor Gray, Dawson Sutton, and Lane Riggs. Bunch of trucks running into the wall, getting loose. But Danny Dye, as Mikey says, Daniel Dye in that 43, paying the price after hitting the wall. He is back. Well, he's moving up. Where's he at? There, he's back to 15th. He got it going again. He was way back there, but Connor Daly now 1 lap down. Frankie 3 laps down on that 22. 44, he had a speeding penalty or illegal passing penalty, so he is in 33rd. But there you go, guys. We're under commercial break. Appreciate everybody being here. We do all of NASCAR. If you like our channel, if you like NASCAR, this is the channel for you. We have trucks usually on Friday nights, Xfinity races on Saturdays and Sundays, the Cup Series. And also on Saturdays, we do NASCAR Cup practice and qualifying for the pole for the races on Sundays. So make sure you join us tomorrow. Triple header tomorrow. Triple header. We got practice. It starts at 11:45 tomorrow and goes after and qualifying, and then NASCAR Xfinity Series, Kansas Lottery 300, and then Atlanta Braves versus the Kansas City Royals. 3 streams tomorrow. I hope you guys will join us from morning to night. Hang out with CeeLo all day long. and have some fun. So I hope you guys are ready for a good weekend. We're having to try to get to 23,000 subscribers this weekend, see if we can move on and see what we can do. But it should be a good weekend at Kansas. And then in the following weekend, we go to Talladega. And then the month of October, you get every race right here on the Go with CeeLo. I'm not going anywhere. We're not going on any vacations. So you're going to have all these races coming to you right here on our channels. Back to the audio.
From Kansas, as Ty Majeski and the 98 team continues to lead here over Christian Eckes. 38 truck is on the move, but it's all about the 11. We talked about Corey Heim's issues earlier. Started in the back. He is up 22
What's up, Ryan
spots.
Thompson?
That is virtually impossible for him to pass that many trucks in that little of time.
No, Alex, we don't do trucks.
Once again,
don't have cams.
Going around the lap truck.
Or we be showing them.
He has his hands full.
What's up, Bill?
He's got Ben Rhodes in his
yes,
sights.
Sir.
The 99. Ben Rhodes told
What's up,
us
Ray?
in practice and qualifying. Oh, no. 43. Daniel
Dye in pit road, not looking good.
I'm not sure. He might not have gotten into the wall a second time.
Yeah, that's more damage than he got that first slide.
Yeah, he barely got a little damage that first time, but you could see the right front tire, well, all the letters.
Man, that paint job's so cool looking too.
You can see also that rear bumper cover fill with the big scratch on it there. That's shoved over, and that's just painful to try to drive a truck that's already loose when you've caved that right rear end.
Yeah, we talked about the job that these drivers had to do at the start of the race. Well, that just made his a lot harder for him to try to bump his way into the top 8.
And he died.
We've seen a lot of slipping and sliding. Our replay department has been busy as ever trying to capture all this. In the meantime, we're going to catch the second bump into the wall by Danny.
Can't hit the wall twice and expect to win the race.
Yeah. A lot on the line for this young man. Lost a lap, and there's the leader getting ready to look at 2 down for Dye.
I'm not lap. I mean, regular season start.
That would be big, Phil.
Sure it would be. We still have about 15 laps to go to the end of this stage. And again, tires do matter here. So if that truck isn't damaged too much, then he probably will be able to hold him off.
Well, you saw how far he outran him there through that corner, put 10 truck links on him. As you see, Ben Rhodes up high against the wall.
Let's go,
Ben
Johnny.
Rhodes going the wrong direction. Qualified 4th. Now he's slipped back. Lost some valuable time. He's 13th right now. Told us earlier, I'm not sure. He actually used the word concerned about the long run speed of this truck.
He had short run speed. He was in the top 5 in practice, fastest lap, as well as qualifying. But when we talked to him after qualifying, he was concerned, as you mentioned, Jamie, and I think for good cause. He desperately needs some stage points. And right now he's outside of that top 10.
Yeah, guys, we're watching Ben Rhodes here, and we're talking about all these guys sideways on the racetrack, just barely hanging on. Ben is screaming on the radio. It is
trying
so
to move
loose,
into the playoffs.
I can hardly drive this thing.
Stay
Look
alive.
at that right there, sideways in the middle of the corner.
Yeah, crazy,
guys, you know
Andrew.
from experience how uncomfortable that is. Just to
I know
get
this
the
is
thing
the
around
weekend
the
is
Well,
moving,
Todd,
Lloyd.
also watching everybody get loose and hit the wall. You know you can
I'm
get to this
to
break,
P8,
this stage
y'all.
break without losing
Corey
a lap. Ben's a
Heim,
veteran.
P8.
We talked about the 2 championships and how he's a survivor, fighting his way. He knows just hang on to this truck, don't cause damage to it, get this caution, make those adjustments. That's experience right there.
I gave him a like earlier.
Ty Majeski continues leading here at Kansas. 11 laps to go until the end of stage 1.
All right, Majeski, Sanchez, Eckes, Friesen, Honeycutt. I think Honeycutt was making a move on Friesen there at the break. But appreciate everybody being here. What's up, JT? Good to see you as well. But look what's up. And Helglenberger 32 says, vroom. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. Hit that like button. We're over 100 likes. Let's see if we can get to 200 likes tonight on our stream. Thank you guys so much for all the love tonight here on a Friday night. TGIF trucks at Kansas under the lights. Corey Heim is good at Kansas, and he's showing it. He started, I'll show you where he started, y'all. He started 33rd, and in 19 laps, he has gone from 33rd to P8. That's how good this car is, and they better watch out, because shaking bacon is what Heim's doing, and he's my pick for the win at this race. My pick, dark horse and top one, first and second. There you go, Lloyd. Sanchez, man, he's going to be up there too a lot. And as you saw, Nick Sanchez going to the 48 car, the Xfinity race next year. So how about Corey Day, 12th in his second start so far? Yeah, Corey Day going as well in that 91 and that Chevrolet. Riggs is 5th. Lane Riggs trying to do his thing, just setting up his thing where he needs to be, right? Lane Riggs just kind of chilling. Bronny, I see the running order. I don't need you to tell me, Billy Bowes. He's just adding to the commentary. That's all, Billy. He's all just adding to the commentary. It's all good. CeeLo, who's your dark horse? My dark horse was... who was it? I had Corey Heim. Oh, Daniel Dye, and my dark horse is done. Daniel Dye. Hey, man, what's your favorite car? I guess I'm a Toyota guy, since I'm a Denny Hamlin fan. Yo, see, where is Bird running? Let's see. Bird. He is in 28th. Bird. Spencer Boyd. Bird. Nathan Bird, sorry, in 29th. He's the last car on the lead lap. What's up, Denise? What's going on? What's up? Good to see you. Hello, everybody. Appreciate everybody being here on the TGIF stream. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Welcome back to NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series racing from Kansas. Elimination night. They brought the right setup. How about the 98 truck? Ty Majeski has been on rails. Started on pole. Nice battle with Christian Eckes earlier, but now has a 1.7 second lead over the 19 truck of Eckes. Nick Sanchez just behind him. But Honeycutt, the 45 team.
Not a huge surprise. Nope. To see that 45 of Caden Honeycutt running up front. Remember, he finished in the top 5 here back in May, but we talk about how important stage points are for these drivers around that bubble. Well, right now, Taylor Gray is the only guy other than Majeski will lock his cars with this win in the stage if he wins, or any kind of a finish in the stage. Taylor Gray is the guy that's helping himself now to put a little more distance between himself and the cut line. But the drivers that we talk the most about are going to get no stage points in this stage.
Right behind Caden Honeycutt, Lane Riggs is battling with Corey Heim. This Heim truck, I'm sure Joe Shear and the team of Ty Majeski is saying, we got some issues. He's running about 6th right now, and he started last.
Look at Lane Riggs and Heim going to pass Riggs. Let's go.
Really, I've been watching him, Jamie, and even passing trucks, he's among the top 2 or 3 fastest trucks each and every lap around here, as he's going to make his way around the outside of Lane Riggs to take over that 5th spot.
So you look in the pylon, there's a lot of colors going on. Playoff drivers are highlighted in yellow. You talked about Taylor Gray getting those much-needed points in the top 10 here at the end of this stage. And in green, they advance to the round of 8. They can breathe a nice sigh. They're locked in as Corey Heim is so impressive. That 11 truck right there from the back.
Done the dishes in times at 6. I know, right?
Until next week. That's when they start not breathing again.
And it's Talladega,
and it's
of all places.
Yes.
The round of 8.
Yeah, and I just think it's so rude.
I'm going to pass Honeycutt for 4th.
Before they ever get to crank their engine.
Inside 4th place, working on Sanchez,
congrats, 3rd. You made the top 8. Oh, by the way, you're below the cut line.
We just need to do away with that line until we race Talladega, because we know how unpredictable that event's going to be.
For Heim.
Talladega next week, then Homestead, and then Martinsville.
NASCAR Collector says Jamie Little should be a pit reporter.
Corey Heim up to 3rd.
How about that 11 truck of Corey Heim? Starts at the back, already up to 3rd, inside of 30 laps in this stage.
That's why he was so calm getting interviewed after he had a problem. He said, well, it's just the way it goes. They knew what they had.
Reel them in, son. What's up,
Amazing
Dallas?
Job. And only 3 seconds, less than 3 seconds behind our leader, Majeski. You're right, Michael. I'm sure Joe Shear said, we got to figure out something, because that 11 truck's going to be tough to beat tonight.
She just can't get a sponsor.
Final lap of stage number 1.
Heim will get him in the stage 2.
This is turning yourself green right here. You want to be yellow, but you really want to be green, and Majeski's fixing to do just that.
Ty Majeski looking to pick up his 6th stage win of 2024.
Majeski, Heim's under now 2 seconds.
What a
I think so, Billy.
Streak, 4-race
He's
streak
got other
it has been
sponsors.
for Ty Majeski, just picking up where he left off.
So into stage 1.
What an action-packed stage 1 it was. Man, slipping and sliding, passing, great racing.
Congratulations to Ty Majeski. Ty Majeski, Christian Eckes, Corey Heim, Caden Honeycutt, Lane Griggs, Nick Sanchez, Taylor Gray, Tanner Gray, Stuart Friesen, and Connor Mozak get the points. And we'll see what happens here after pit stops. Wonder how the pit stops will change that Heim car. I wouldn't change a thing on Corey Heim's car. If there was another 10 laps to go in the stage, he would have took the stage win. But crazy. 30 spots in 31 laps. He pretty much passed a car each lap. Passed 30 trucks in one stage. Yes. Crazy. Corey Heim. He's coming, man. Good. We'll see what happens after the pit stop, though. Sometimes cars don't work after the pit stops. Do you think Hamlin will cry when they leave his Mark Martin butt? I don't think so. I think he'll be all right. There's plenty of sponsors out there that would probably love for Denny Hamlin full time. CeeLo, we can't pit. We're eating ice cream. That's right. Days of Thunder, baby. I want you to go out there and hit the pace car. Hey, Frosties, $1. Get your Frosties. If you guys want to become members, 99 cents gets you access to the emojis that are above you in the pinned message. Rick says, this is just insane. Wonder if his engine will blow up right after winning the race like DW's did that one year. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. What's up, Stacy? What's up? Good to see you, Stacy. Good to see you. Until retirement, pray, Andrew says. Pray. Yeah, one day you'll get rid of Denny. You don't have to worry about him anymore. I don't know if you guys checked his podcast, but he talked about his Denny haters out there on his podcast this week. What's up, Kevin? Good to see you. Eric as well. Or hit the track blower. That's right. Denny talked about all his Denny haters out there and talked about that one guy at Watkins Glen that flicked him off each time he went by. That's somewhere on the Perez Gate Lightning game was postponed. Yeah, probably. Black Sheep, what's up? I'm in the doghouse because you called her girl Dordashian. One of these days, by Pink Floyd, Andrew says, I just think maybe he won't drive for himself. I think he will. 3-0 Braves. Ozuna stole third and home. Wow. Crazy. You really don't like sleeping indoors. All right, back to audio right here.
Now's the time. These truckers can bring it down pit road for the first time and make those much-needed adjustments for some. We had some loose race trucks there.
There's going to be big adjustments.
I think everyone's going to be making adjustments.
When I was
Maybe not the 11 of Corey Heim.
When I was a pit reporter like Todd Bodine was, I learned an inside term. Are y'all going to put a wrench in it? That means big adjustments. You do the wedge, you do the track bar. A lot of times it's just air pressure. Some guys are going to have some serious wrenches in those trucks, maybe 2.
You see Taylor Gray with 4 points. He's the only one of the drivers that's not already locked in that scored stage points in that stage. So great job by Taylor Gray, Jeff Hensley, and that entire 17 team.
How about them Blue
Jays?
Jays?
They know they need to make adjustments
right,
on that 98 because of what we talked about, Corey Heim. So it'd be interesting to see what Joe Shear and that team does to 98. Do they indeed make a wedge adjustment, or is it just tire pressure?
And don't think we're the only ones that saw that 11 coming. Joe Shear was well aware of where that 11 car was, or 11 truck
there
was.
It is.
There's the wrench in it. And you also saw a little bit of trouble on that right rear tire change going on the left side now, but an adjustment was definitely made there.
That's funny.
Let's go down to Todd.
99 and Ben Rhodes, we talked about how loose this truck is. He's wrecking loose. Doug Randolph, the crew chief, is taking a big swing. Michael, he's putting a big wrench in the back of this truck to try to help his
More
driver.
Tires for everybody, it looks like.
Todd from the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm watching Justin Reed and Xavier Worthy on their feet with cell phones watching that pit stop for
Looks like the 46 stayed out.
The truck started off free, but then somehow just snugged up.
Eckes, Heim, Majeski, Sanchez.
Coming back to you, Todd, I know there were some major adjustments there for Ben Rhodes. What's Doug having to say?
Doug Randolph, This looked like a handful for your driver, Ben Rhodes. What kind of adjustments you make?
Yeah, it's really extremely loose on him right there. He could run about 10 laps, and then it just got terrible on him. So we yard sailed it, trying to do all we can here to get us back in the game.
Michael said you put the big wrench in the back. Is that right?
We put a wrench everywhere a wrench could go here.
Doug Randolph.
That's a great analysis of what went down there. Good job down there, Todd. Thanks, Doug, for the time to talk about what's going on in this pit stop.
6 times on that wrench, Rick.
We'll see if all those adjustments help Ben Rhodes. Stage number 2 coming up next.
All right, we'll see what happens. Christian Eckes, we'll see if this changes at all, but it showed the 46 in first place. It didn't show him take any tires whatsoever, so I'm not sure about that. But the 46, we'll see if it happens if it resets. Oh, 2 of them were a different adjustment screw. Wrench got me a new wrench at the dollar store if you need another mod. Black Sheep, I'm good right now with mods. I appreciate you. Thank you, though. 2 on one screw, 4.5 on the other. That's crazy. I can't watch it spinning circles. Helen is in the hurricane. I know. Rowdy Bush, what's up, man? Good to see you. Appreciate everybody hanging out tonight on TGIF with CeeLo right here on the Kubota Tractor 200 live from the Kansas Speedway. We're here for the whole weekend this weekend at Kansas with the Xfinity Series tomorrow and the NASCAR Cup Series on Sunday. Looking forward to seeing each and every single one of you guys back here and more of your friends joining us tomorrow for Cup practice and qualifying, starting it off at 11:45 Central tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing everybody tomorrow and go from there. Timmy Hill in 5th place. So I guess Monak, that was wrong. Mondek, whatever his name is, Mondique maybe, was wrong on the stat because it showed him in first. CeeLo, will Titans finally get a win Sunday? I don't know, Lloyd. It's going to be tough, man. Charles running hard. Love Lake. Don't trust those Harbor Freight Temu tools, Andrew says. But Lane Riggs putting himself right where he normally likes to be around the 3rd stage in the top 5. And you know what he does after that? He just takes the lead and wins. So Raj Mose had good pit stop. Yeah. Let's see. Putting other pit stops in here. 14.848 for Eckes. Trying to see anybody else. Look, Stuart Friesen, he lost a lot of spots. He was 5th when he came in. 20.587 second pit stop for Stuart Friesen. Everybody else. Taylor Gray up there in P5, now 16.116 pit stop. Majeski lost 2 spots, coming out with a 17.417 pit stop. And there's your other pit stops now filling in on that. So Corey Heim, P2. Look at him. Great pit stop. Fast car. The combination is deadly.
The Knight gets the first stage win of the playoffs this season for him. And that means his name now goes from yellow to green as he is locked in to the round of 8.
Well, that's 4 of our 8 right there. Ironically, they're running 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Well, we got one of our 10 that's running next to last. So Daniel Dye, I think we can pretty much count him out. It's a battle between 2 or 3 guys to get that last couple spots. There's the 43 of Daniel Dye. Daniel's 2 laps down, but he's in a bind, Bill.
Yeah.
We also documented Ben Rhodes and his issues with the truck and trying to make it better. They threw everything they could at it. He'll restart 21st. Let's listen to his radio.
Man, we were so incredibly loose. Just make sure we didn't have anything going weird with the tires right there. I'd hate for us to adjust to something and let's say we had a tire going down and didn't know it.
I don't think that was the case. No. I think, and then Doug Randolph, I don't know if he's going to tell Ben that he put a wrench everywhere one would fit, but the adjustments were definitely made. We saw
30
that on
laps.
TV.
But we watched it. He
30 laps.
He adjusted the wedge on both sides of the rear as well as the track bars. So that truck should be different.
And no telling what he did to the air pressures that we couldn't see.
Exactly.
Fred's Lightning game is postponed. Thank you for that.
We'll see here if it plays out.
Harbor Freight, good
Ben
tools.
Rhodes.
They guarantee like Craftsman used to, Billy Bo
Talked
said.
about the issues with Daniel Dye. Good 2. We'll go home. Let's get an update on the 9 Grand Empfinger. Todd.
Yeah, as crazy as this sounds and is what we've seen on the racetrack with all these guys that literally sideways loose, Grant Enfinger actually likes his truck. He says it's just a tiny bit tight. Jeff Stankiewicz, the crew chief, did a small, very small air pressure adjustment. So that's quite the opposite of what we've seen every other truck on this racetrack.
Well, that may bode well here once we get going. We didn't see Grant make a whole lot of ground up in that first stage.
As bad as everybody was slipping and sliding, if he wasn't, you would have thought he would have driven to the top 5 just like Corey Heim did. We didn't see that speed. I don't know if that's good or bad, but we'll see here in this stage.
Corey Heim is driven from the back of the pack
There we go,
to the front row as Christian Eckes will restart on the inside. Corey Heim on the outside. Ty Majeski, Nick Sanchez just behind him. The advantage goes to Christian Eckes on the inside line. Ty Majeski tries to take
Heim
over.
pushing Eckes. Get out of the way. Oh, he caused Heim back up.
Sanchez jumps in the middle. Now we're 3 wide.
Lane Riggs, that's a hard line to take on the bottom of 3.
Eckes to the lead.
Wants to get loose down there.
Here comes Heim on the outside.
Sanchez gives him some room now. He's going to move up behind the red and black number 11 of Corey Heim.
I'll tell you what they need to do, if at all possible, keep the red and black 11 of Corey Heim behind them, because I think when he gets in the front, he could say so long.
There he is, moving to the outside of Majeski. Right,
I'm going to P2 on Majeski.
First stage. See Majeski fighting back.
Corey Heim, the winner here in May. He's also a 2-time ARCA Menard Series winner. It's actually his first win in the ARCA Series in 2020. The Toyota saw him, signed him up, and gave him the opportunity he has here tonight.
Yeah, I think he only ran 3 ARCA races that year when he got that win at Kansas, and then did an outstanding job racing Ty Gibbs week in, week out that following year for the championship. I think he won 6 races that next season.
Nice move off 2 by Lane Riggs. He was able to clear Sanchez, and he's going to get that position. Look at that strong run Lane makes off the corner there, closing in on our stage 1 winner, Ty Majeski.
I'm so impressed with Lane Riggs. You look back at how they ran here
98
in
pitches,
May.
they pulled
Finished
them for
18th,
eyeglasses.
just not
Awesome.
very good, wrapping their arms around things, figuring
Show
it out.
me
Now
why
they've
you should
dialed
be
it
in.
and won 2 straight races.
And he's going after Ty Majeski right now. Remember, it was really almost the
Lane
first
Riggs,
half of
look at him, man.
first
P3.
9 races or something that, you know, was nothing indicative of what he's been able to do
You think
here
so,
in the last number of
Bubba,
races.
Yeah, you talked about the 2 wins. Or 2 top
Riggs
5s
the
prior to that.
third.
4 races in a row. 5th, first.
I think she's going to
Unfortunately, he
Indy,
just
Eric.
missed the playoffs.
Last time I
Imagine
heard.
what he'd be doing if he was in the mix.
Already announced that he will be back next year, and he said we're gonna show him something in the playoffs next year. Well, he's showing him something in the playoffs now.
He is.
Unfortunately, just doesn't count towards the championship.
Corey Day there beside Dean Thompson in the 5 truck.
I'm not sure yet, Pablo.
Grant Enfinger
We'll
up
find
to
out
15th,
after
so
Monday.
He's making some progress now.
Hopefully.
A lot of laps today at this place for Corey Day. Ran the ARCA
What's
Series
that net
earlier
score?
today. Had a really good showing. His best effort out of his 3 starts in the ARCA Series.
Yeah, doing a nice job here, running up in the top 15, battling right now for that 13th spot with Dean Thompson.
You know, I talked about the
Eckes,
experience of
Heim,
Ben Rhodes and the
Riggs,
slipping and
Majeski,
sliding that he had
Sanchez.
to address. He didn't want to get himself in trouble. That could be the story from veteran Grant Enfinger as well, just making sure he takes care of that truck, knowing when it's time to go.
What's up, Jim? Corey Day is a kid to watch. And that 91.
Corey Day there in the number 91 truck. This was him earlier. Whoa, look at this save.
Little drifting. We saw that a couple different times. Here he is getting together last lap with Andy Jankoriak. Corey was going to survive and finish in the top 5. Andy J said, I wish you'd have given me a little bit more
44 laps
room.
complete.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, right?
There.
That's why I said in our
Going
preview
for it on
vlog,
the
too
last
bad he's
lap,
not in the
absolutely.
playoffs.
Ran Andy J. Glad you cleared that up for me, Phil. I was getting ready to try to say his last name.
It's just
Battle.
easier. It's just easier.
Battle for the lead
All right,
now.
Matt. All right, now we need
Corey Heim trying
Brewers to
take
keep
the
it going.
lead
Here
away
comes
from
Heim
Christian
all over
Eckes.
Eckes.
Oh, the battles this year between these two guys. Eckes
Drake says
and
I
Heim.
saw him race on dirt. He's good.
They find each other every single race. And other than one time, I think they raced each other nicely. They had words about one time and got over it.
Oh, there's a move.
Woo! Pushed Eckes out of the way.
Go to the outside.
Let's go, new leader, Heim.
Away. Of course, well, okay, I'll go to the inside.
Well, these guys might wreck each other.
Driving right there. He made a lot of decisions on that front straightaway.
Everybody say bye to Heim.
One to get the lead.
Bye.
I love to go out of bounds here. You can run all over this racetrack, all the way down to the grass. We have a new leader. Corey Heim leads for the first time tonight over Christian Eckes. More from Kansas after this.
Corey Heim has gone from 33rd to 1st in 46 laps. Yes, he's gone. That's right, Brian. If you're a Corey Heim fan and I picked Heim to win tonight, let me see those 11s. Corey Heim in the lead. If you picked Heim to win tonight and you like Corey Heim, it's Heim time. Everybody get your watches out. It's Heim time. That 11 takes the lead, and he's not looking back, as he's now open almost a half a second lead on Christian Eckes. We'll see what happens as we are stage 2, 17 laps of 30 laps in stage 2, 48 laps complete of 134. Appreciate everybody being here. I'll scroll through the field here so everybody can see where everybody is. Bronny says it's a snooze fest. It's good to watch Heim come through the field, though. And you picked 10 cautions. Yeah, I know, right? There it is. Nathan Bird, he's the last car on the lead lap. They're the one that was asking about that. Matt Kraft in there. Ben Rhodes needs to move on up. Daniel Dye definitely probably not going to be advancing to the round of 8, so he's probably going to be done. But the question is Ben Rhodes. Ben Rhodes is going to have to get up here and pass some people, or he's going to be out. So there it is. And unfortunately, Fox doesn't give you the points breakdown like NBC does. What about tire wear right now? Looking pretty good. They lasted, the first stage and didn't have to worry about tires. So tire wear right now, not an issue. Right now, it doesn't look like. Considering now Heim is opening up even more of a lead on Eckes. Corey Day was not left 410 sprints, probably be in one tomorrow night. With a 33rd, I would have been happy with a top 10, but first, I know, right? Oh, so Talladega next Friday. Next Friday, Talladega. I always thought it was Saturday.
50 laps in, 84 laps to go. Well, Craftsman's Ultimate Garage giveaway is here. Head over to craftsman.com now and enter for a chance to win $10,000 worth of select Craftsman products and an all-new 2024 Toyota Tacoma. Now, that's a giveaway,
Love
Michael.
that now. A garage full of tools and a Tacoma? How do they do it?
Riggs.
We've got great partners
Playing
here at Craftsman.
spoiler, man.
Craftsman does an excellent job. Thank you for all you do for the fans.
They sure do. That's exciting. That's a big giveaway.
Taylor Gray moving on Nick Sanchez.
Taylor Gray racing inside of Nick Sanchez. Great run for Gray when he really needed it.
I swear if the 38 pulls it off again.
Driver other than Majeski who locked himself in with that stage win.
Dega Town come to life.
That
they
needed
do, right?
It wasn't already locked in.
Taylor Gray, 19 years old, from Artesia, New Mexico.
62 cars showed up for a 24-car race.
We give so much credit to Jeff
Natural
Hensley,
Bridge.
his crew chief,
I've been to Natural
Tricon
Bridge.
Garage, what they've been able to do this year together.
That's in Virginia, right?
Right
Natural
behind
Bridge,
him is his
Virginia.
brother Tanner. Those guys both running in the top 10.
I've
Great
stayed at
run
that hotel.
for Tanner.
How about a great day for Tanner and Knight? Did a great job in that Arkham Menards race.
That was him skimming along the fence, wasn't it?
I think
What
so.
about this guy? Talking about great runs, Bailey Curry. Solidly inside the top 10, running behind his
Bailey Curry,
teammate,
P9.
Caden Honeycutt. Good trucks for Nice Motorsports. There you see those guys mixing it up.
I'm opening up a 1
Guarantee
second
Carson
lead now.
Hocevar somewhere watching this performance by this team, cheering them on.
7 to go here in
Such a
stage 2.
Great driver for this organization. Ross Chastain as well. Al
Ross
Neese.
went to Victory Lane this year at Darlington, one of those Nice trucks.
And remember how excited he was? He said, this is how it all started for me. And he was able, there's that 15 truck I saw skimming along the fence. Look at him right up there next to it.
Tanner Gray, just a few hours ago, dominated the ARCA Menard Series race. This was the last restart, so there was contact. Going into turn one, we saw some smoke. He made it all the way around. That left rear was down. This was after he took the checkered flag.
Just seconds after he took the checkered flag.
Wasn't able to do a burnout, got out. It was a little redemption. He dominated the race, led almost the whole thing in the spring race, and lost. So he came back, dominated again, has led over 160 laps this year. So it's showing up here as he's having another good run in the truck here, running 7th.
Yeah, I think his last 4 or 5 starts this year in the ARCA Series, his worst finish is 3rd.
Let's get an update on Corey Heim. What a run, Amanda.
How impressive, Jamie. With 5 laps to go, he is telling the team that he still is a little too free. So there will be some adjustments on this 11 at that stop. But he said if there was anywhere on this schedule that I can win, it's right here in Kansas. And anything less than that is just not acceptable for me in this team. The guy that is trying to chase him down of Lane Riggs, I asked Corey, what do you make of Lane and his success of last? And he said, I knew this was possible. I knew this was going to happen. I'm just happy he's not racing in this playoff.
The winner of our last 2 races, Lane Riggs, continuing to impress us week in and week out. His learning curve in this truck series is basically straight up. He's learning something every week. Tonight, he showed me, he said something on the radio the first run, I need to run where those guys are. Not necessarily for the aero, but the grip of the racetrack. When he ran in the rubber that was already laid down, he did not like his truck. So he moved around, found a better groove. Right now, his crew chief, Dylan Capello, has made some adjustments for him. Lane said, I need a little more security to go up there and get that 11 truck.
Yeah, great
insight,
Todd.
What's up, promo code? Good to see you, buddy.
What a night. I'm just so impressed with Lane Riggs. I mean, the moves that he's made tonight would not have worked in this race in May when he tried, because he just didn't know enough about the trucks and how they would handle here. 99 of Ben Rhodes, they threw everything they possibly could at it. Still struggling back there in 21st.
Yeah, outside the top 20. I think more adjustments are on the way, but Doug Randolph,
Bobby? Good to see you.
experienced, smart crew chief, he knows what he did, and he knows what he needs to undo or add to the adjustments. You see him there battling with Brennan in the 1, Butter Bean, for that top 20.
Cannot go to full throttle. I'm like 60% the second I go to full throttle and snap.
Still loose, Phil.
Yeah, so the second he goes to full throttle, back and snap around. So all they can give it is about 50%. So again, Doug Randolph's going to have to make some more adjustments.
Ben Rhodes
he's not
having
afraid
some
to do that
issues as well.
Green white checkers in the air for Corey Heim. Picks up stage number 2. Lane Riggs, Christian Eckes, Ty Majeski, Taylor Gray, your top 5.
All righty. Need some more likes. Keep hitting that like button for us. That's right. Do keep on doing it. The audio should be turned up for the race. It is turned up, isn't it? Isn't it loud enough for everybody, or is it not loud enough for everybody? I think it's pretty loud on my end, but make sure you turn the volume up on your YouTube dial. Sometimes the YouTube app has its own volume, so make sure you tune that up as well. How about that Lane Riggs? Man, it's crazy. P2. We're now stage 3. Stage 3. Okay, it's good. Okay. 33rd to stage 2 winner. That's pretty impressive. That car, I'm sure NASCAR will be checking that out. Keep on hitting that subscribe button. We'd love to try to get to 22,320 possibly. And let's see where we are on the likes. We are at 155. Let's see if we can get to 200 likes to finish this out. It's going pretty quick. We all said 5 cautions. There's now 2 with the stage, so I gotta change that here. 2 cautions so far, only for stage. So going pretty quick here with 73 laps to go here. CeeLo, oh, where did I go? I'm right here. Mad Max with the gem of the night. Awesome, man. The Dixon Way. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for popping in over here. Come on, Dark Horse. Andrew said with the 38. Riggs been fastest on the track the last 6 laps. Freed came out and tipped cap to fans when he got pulled, and he looked around stadium. I hope he isn't gone. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, he's gonna pitch again, hopefully, but in the playoffs if we make the playoffs. But yeah, that was a good performance for someone that wants to get paid next year. So we'll see how it goes. 2 wins this year already for Lane Riggs, for sure. I liked Heim for his driving. Now I love him for his passion, Brian says. But welcome in, Larry. Good to see you. He does all ATL sports. Make sure you check him out. All ATL sports. He does Braves. He does Falcons. He does Hawks. He does the Georgia Bulldogs. He would do ladies basketball. I don't know if he's done that or not, but make sure you check him out over there on the Dixon Way. If they don't pay him, I might jump ship, Maddie says. As we're in stage 3 for the Kubota Tractors, 200. Where's the 44 car? All right, let's take a look. 44, Connor Daly. He had a passing penalty, so he got a lap down. That's why he is a lap down. He is in 29th spot. Daniel Dye there in 2 laps down in 31st.
Time with 18, Ty Majeski. You see Christian Eckes, 17 points earned tonight. Just got this little nugget. He has now set the record for stage points scored in a season, and he's done it in 19 races. 270 points earned in stage racing.
He has turned it on in 2024. It's been so cool to watch that young man. So close last year, just a couple of mistakes late kept him from advancing in the playoffs, but he's got to figure it out this year, doesn't he?
Remember, the only non-top 10 finish he had all year long was in Atlanta when he had brake issues, and he was leading the race then. What an amazing season it's been for Christian Eckes.
3-time winner.
Brendan Poole
on the season already.
Series, I thought.
Having a good night tonight. Solid.
Here's that 17 of Taylor Gray. He is the guy that's the big winner when we come in to talk about points and the cut line. He was 23 points above the cut line coming into this race. He's gained 10 stage points, and not one driver below him has gotten any stage points. So he essentially moves himself to 33 points above the cut line with 1 stage to go.
Doing exactly what he needs to do. Well, Sunday, we've got a huge day of football on Fox. At 1 Eastern, Jalen Hurts leads the Eagles against Baker Mayfield and the
Tech
Bucs.
leading Miami
or at 4,
24-17.
the Patriots. They'll take on Brock Purdy
Considering
and
they lost
the
to
49ers.
Vanderbilt.
Check for the game in your area. It's only on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Who do you guys have there?
I like the 49ers.
Yeah.
Purdy fan.
I like Brock Purdy.
I'm a Buccaneers fan.
I like Chase Purdy, too.
I do, too.
Yeah.
You like everybody, Phil.
I do.
I don't know,
NFL's
Michael.
a joke. I can't even watch it anymore.
He does.
My
He
Titans
likes
are not
everybody.
looking too good.
Let's get back to business. We're going to talk about
Teresa,
Taylor
good to
Gray when
see
he brings that 17 to pit road, see what kind of adjustments they make. There he is. We've seen pretty much, Phil, a lot of adjustments on these trucks, and we knew that was coming by the way they were handling. When they threw the green flag to this race, I couldn't believe everybody that was slipping and sliding.
All right, pit
It's
stops
an amazing
coming up.
job what Jeff Hensley's been able to do over there at Tricon Garage with the 17 of Taylor Gray. An outstanding run going tonight. Stage points in both stages. There he is coming down pit road.
All of this starts when he stops this truck right on line. If he gets it stopped in the right spot, the team can go to work. You can see the jack man right under the center of the truck.
Got to tear off. Ooh, trouble with the right front, Michael.
Yep, a lot of trouble there. That's a slow
That's
stop.
going to cost him a lot of track position. Todd.
Yeah, the 9 of Grand Enfinger fired off that run, really neutral, like the truck. But as the run went, it started to get tight again. Jeff Stankiewicz has made some more adjustments, but I think you're right, Phil. I think he's just riding the competition right now, Amanda.
Yeah, and Todd, if wrench has been the word of the night, Rajah Carew told his team, I need this truck tighter. Put a wrench in it. His team told him, hey, man, thanks for hanging with us tonight.
Oh, loose tire. Wonder who it's for.
For this team
Loose
on
tire.
pit road. They've gained 4 positions in the last stop down
Who
pit
is it
road,
gonna
Todd,
be?
so we'll keep an eye on Rajah.
Here with Jeff Stankiewicz, Grand Enfinger's crew chief. Jeff, you're one of the few trucks on this racetrack is complaining about tight. You've made some adjustments the first run, got him better, but it went back tight. What did you do this time?
We took a little wedge out of the left rear, and we did some air pressure as well. Our truck's actually not bad. It gets to about a 1 tight and just kind of stays there. It never gets tighter, but the biggest thing we struggle with is track position. I feel like the further we get to the front, the better the truck's going to drive, more downforce, and have more speed.
Somebody knows who it is.
Pit crew's been killing it for us tonight. I think we're 11th or 12th right now, so we've gained about 8 or 9 spots on pit road tonight in the first 2 stops. So if we can just keep inching our way forward, I think the truck will just get better as we get further to the front.
There you have it. A couple of veterans racing their own race tonight.
We saw that tire.
Andrew
The
says
NASCAR
it's not
official
all a
was
simulation,
retrieving
and
it
who's it for?
From the infield grass. Phil, I think it was Butterbean Queen's truck. You see there.
Queen. Butterbean Queen.
See if that see it
hit the wall.
Yeah, just bounced off the wall, and the guy that was supposed to catch it missed it.
That will mean the one of Brendan has to go to the rear of the field on this restart.
Looked like it was a decent pit stop for him too. He came out right behind Tyler Ankrum.
So adjustments have been made.
Almost.
Second half of the race, third and final stage is coming up next.
All right, so stage 3, 69 laps to go. If it's anything like the first 2 stages, it'll be over here pretty quick. Hope everybody's doing well. Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight on the go with CeeLo for all your NASCAR coverage. We'll see you here tomorrow, and I'll have you redirected as well, so I need to get busy on that. Redirected to tomorrow's. That's what she said. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her, Richard. Billy Bo says, let's go, Raj. Raj Caruth. See what he can do. P11. Show me the pit stops so I can see what happened. I can't show you the pit stops. I can't show you the race, man. It is, unfortunately, the trucks do not do not let us have the cams or anything. So the only one time they let us have the cams was when the FS1 race for the trucks and the Xfinity were in Portland, and they ran the race at the same time. Someone turned on the cams for the trucks, and we got to watch the trucks cams from Corey Himes' point of view for about half the race, and then they turned them off and put it to the Xfinity race, which I thought was weird. Did Marco Andretti DNF? It doesn't show he's DNF, but he is 22 laps down, so I'm assuming 23 laps. I'm assuming, yes, he is out of the race. And Frankie Munoz, Muniz is in 5 laps down. But your boy Nathan Bird in 27th, still in the lead lap. But they haven't given us any points updates. It doesn't tell us who's in, who's out. But hopefully they'll say something here soon coming up. But thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Two IndyCar drivers in the field, they both are horrible. Malcolm in the middle. He actually he was in Nashville, the Nashville race. I got him on my vlog. Everybody say hi to Spain. Spain, are you still here? Are you out and about with Alicia? Either that or they have crap trucks. I would say that's probably what it is, Bobby.
Run.
Let's go, baby.
Sweating at the gym. Nice. Watching me while you walk. Cool. Nice. Hi, Spain. Go Dogs, Jake says. Hello from Portland, Oregon. Captain Jerry. What's up, Captain?
The wall trip. Amanda Busick and Todd Bodine on pit road. Happy to have you joining us tonight for this playoff elimination race. 2 drivers' hopes for a championship will end at the end of this race. A couple of our playoff drivers with issues early. Daniel Dye, the first one.
Thank you, Captain. Subscribing.
2 laps down as you
ya.
look at the points. Right now, Corey Heim,
Where's
obviously
Majeski
already
as far as
advanced.
playoff
Christian
position?
Eckes,
I'm not sure. It won't show me.
Sanchez. And then it gets a little more interesting as you look down the line.
What's up, Kenny?
Remember the pit
Hey, did
stop
you get
for
my
Jared
message?
Gray came in running fifth.
I just wanted to make sure.
Had trouble getting that right front off. You see, Michael,
I
we talked about
yet.
that. We were
still doing
calling this pit stop when it happened. You see them obviously taking a lot of lost a lot of track position. Then Jeff Hensley called them back down pit road, and I think why they did this, they know there's going to be another pit stop. Last race it was under green. I think right now they've got like a baseball bat in there trying to clearance that so that doesn't happen on that green flag pit stop potentially, or their final pit stop, because they'd already lost track position, so they might as well come back in, make sure that thing clearanced, and then the next time they'll be good.
Yeah, I spoke to Doug Randolph, crew chief for the 99. The big wrench he put in it, Michael, it wasn't nearly enough. He put even bigger wrench in it this time, trying to help Ben get some stability in that truck.
It'll be interesting to see if he went the right direction. It's easier to keep continuing down that road rather than have to regroup. So if it was still loose, as Todd just reported and Ben said, Doug Randolph there made that adjustment, we could see some performance out of the 99.
Ben Rhodes back in 17th right now. Meanwhile, up front, Corey Heim. Lane Riggs on the front row.
Boogity. Lane Riggs, Corey Heim.
Side by side.
Thank you, ADG Gaming.
Goes in the air once again for the third and final stage of the night. Great restart for the 11 of Corey Heim as they fan out 2-3
really like high school
behind
football.
him.
Here comes Sanchez trying to make the move.
There goes Heim. Bye, Heim.
That's the yellow and black truck, not able to gain
gone.
any on Riggs.
Lane stood toe-to-toe with Christian Eckes, was able to make that outside lane work. Look at the push
Eckes and
Sanchez
Riggs
puts on him.
side by
How about
side.
Tanner Gray there in the 15 truck right now battling for the 4th spot.
Ty Majeski with a big wiggle right up the middle.
Yeah,
Majeski
lottery tomorrow. Yep.
Back in 6th.
3 wide as you see them stacked up back there.
Lane Riggs is
Ronnie
get
says
to the
snooze
outside of
fest.
Eckes.
Might get
With
better here a
huge
little bit,
run.
Ronnie.
Eckes with the side draft. You see him on that left rear trying to take that momentum away and dives hard into turn 3.
What a great battle. These two can't
Eckes
shake
and
each
Riggs
other
battling
side
for
by
second.
side. Just feet off of one another at 180 miles an hour around this place, Michael.
And how cool is it to see Lane Riggs? We talked about the short track win, and he's a short track.
Eckes almost
Now he's
got
on the
wrecked
big track
there.
saying, guys, you're going to have to deal with me no matter where we
Riggs
go. You see
kinda
that
hit
battle
Eckes
got
a little
really
bit.
loose there. Kind of took a bit of a block from Eckes.
Now here comes
up the hill.
everybody
And
else.
Now look at all the spots he's losing.
Look at
Riggs
Tanner
had to
Gray.
slow down
Here
because he
comes
almost
Chase
wrecked
Purdy, the
Eckes and he's
77.
lost 3 spots.
Teammate Connor Mozak. Remember, Mozak started in the front row. Now back up into the top 10. There's Bailey Curry, that 41, trying to get his first top 10 of the year. Watch right side of your screen. Eckes said, well, I think I'm clear.
And look what it did to the 38. He just lost his nose, had to get hard on the brakes. And away he went.
Almost a
Get out of
moment
my
for
way,
Nick
19.
Sanchez.
Let's
Back
go,
in the third
Milwaukee.
spot right now. Some great action right behind them, though.
I'm so impressed with this 7 truck of Connor Mozak. He's right up front. We know he's good at this racetrack, winning ARCA a couple times, but this is his best truck performance. Amanda, how's it going down there in the pits with those guys?
Yeah, Michael, to add on that, I talked to Connor prior to this race. He said the reason why Kansas is such a nice fit for him, that this is also the only track in trucks that he has 2 visits at now. So he's really leaning on that experience, running in the top 10 now. It is his 9th truck race in total, and his best finish is 8th at Charlotte. So you have to think that Connor Mozak is pretty happy with where he's running at
Tim
the
dropping
moment.
those 19. What's up, Tim?
Oh, Chase Purdy, that red
All
black
fire
truck.
trucks in the top 10.
Dive
yeah.
inside of Raja Caruth.
Man.
There he is right there. He's able to
I think
clear
he's
Raja,
out,
move
TJ.
away. Bailey Curry, the 41.
Marco, I think, is out.
He's going to try to latch on to that 71.
Yeah, he's out because he was at 23 laps, 8 laps
Purdy
ago.
did go to the bottom.
So
and
he's
make
at
it
31
work.
laps down.
gain
He's
ground
out.
down there, Matt, while making a pass. But just show you how versatile that truck is. In 3 and 4, he takes it right up to the fence. I like what I'm seeing from Purdy.
Raja Caruth running for a championship for the first time. What a season he's had. Got his first and only career win at Las Vegas, 1.5-mile track earlier in the season. And then last week at Bristol, what he was able to do, Phil, Michael, he did everything he was supposed to do. Got the stage win, secured those points.
And that's a tough racetrack, man. You go there with it stacked up against you and you perform.
Here
You've
comes
done a
atKansas.
nice work, and he did a great job there. I don't think there's anywhere I'd rather not go on the schedule.
Yeah, I mean, he's gained a little bit on Heim.
Bristol. It's just so tough.
59 laps to go from Kansas. Corey Heim continues to lead him. We will step aside, but you won't miss a thing as we...
All right, Corey Heim. They never really said what happened to Heim in practice, Bronny. So maybe we'll try to find it on Twitter, see what happened. But Love is not in this race. Jesse Love is not in this race. No, he's not. You think Corey LaJoie can do better for Rick Ware Racing? I think Rick... Uh-oh, big wreck! Connor Daly and the 42 of Moffitt. It's Moffitt, right? The 81, the 91, who was in 21st, Connor Day and Matt Mills wrecked. Caution on the track. Caution on the track. There's Matt Mills right here. This car right here wrecked with the 91. So we'll see what happens here when they come back. 91 is Day. Okay, 91. Spire is starting to look like they're part of Hendrick. They might be secretly part of Hendrick. Heim qualified 33rd to give them a chance. They're like, we'll just let you guys think you guys are going to win. But we have a caution on the track at lap 77. Corey Day. Did I say Connor? Corey, I'm sorry. Corey Day. Do apologize about that. Please don't say that. Corey Day and Matt Mills wrecked. Caution. I believe Justin Haley can show he's the reason to fit for Spire again. I hope so, as I said in our preview vlog. Come on, Justin Haley. Show him that it's just the driver and that 7 that caused everything. Ricky and Kathy, thanks for subscribing. We appreciate you. Thanks so much. Appreciate it, guys. Keep hitting that like button for us. We're trying to get to 200 likes. We're at 178. Make sure you're hitting that like button for us.
Series where we are under caution for the 3rd time, but the first time for contact, as the 42 of Matt Mills and the 91 of Corey Day got together. Big hit for Corey Day. You see the front of that race truck.
Going down the back stretch here, this is kind of confusing, Phil. We were reviewing this during caution. Watch the 42.
He just got loose. That was Taylor Gray. Remember, Taylor went back, made a second
Taylor Gray
stop, so
too?
he was the back,
no,
making his way back towards the front.
That's a huge hit for Corey Day.
Corey Day and Matt Mills were battling for position as well.
But what happened there?
I'm not sure why that truck all of a sudden turned right like it did. See if we can take a look from Grant Enfinger's on board. I mean, we saw him move to the inside, then I'm just not sure what caused that truck to veer right as hard as it did.
That's hard to figure. I mean, look at the left front. Everything looks normal.
Yeah.
It's Heim time for sure, Jason.
And then that just turned.
I mean, they're essentially in the middle of the straightaway.
Wow. And watch Day.
He's going to get turned almost head on into the wall. Sure did.
Big hit for the 18-year-old out of Clovis, California, making his 2nd Truck Series start.
Doing a nice job, just running, learning. We know how inexperienced he is. Didn't do anything wrong there. Totally just a victim of circumstance.
This gets us very, very close to our pit window. Right now, there's 56 laps to go.
You got to go for it, don't you?
I think you got to stop. At least put fuel in it. Save that set of tires, Michael, but let's top it off.
You talked earlier, Phil, last year went green.
Went all green, yeah.
You get a chance here, fill it up with gas.
I think you have to do it. Once you get in your window, I think you got to get enough fuel to get to the end. I think tires are going to mean enough that we need to save that last set of tires. But let's come in, and it's only been about 14, 15 laps since we stopped. You see Tom Majeski is going to do that very thing.
A bunch of the guys at the back will do that. The front runners decided not
Bobby,
to.
they're
I'm
brothers.
a little surprised at that.
We were talking about Majeski and needing those adjustments, how his truck was strong at the beginning, but then he faded. So they're going to get those tires. There's the adjustment you see in the back of the truck. 4 tires.
Todd.
Ben Rhodes still not happy with this truck. The big adjustment Doug made didn't help it. They're making some more chassis adjustments, a lot of air pressure. Ben's really struggling tonight. This is not the night they needed. They needed to get up, get those stage points, help themselves.
I like that move, though. Put 4 new tires on now. You could always put these tires back on, Michael, if we run 25 or 30 laps and you feel like you need some better tires. And obviously all the guys that have stayed on the racetrack cannot make it to the end of the race. If this race goes green, that'll put you in front of all of them. So I think it's a great move by Doug Randolph. As Todd was talking about, put tires on it, make some more adjustments, and see if we can make something happen, because it doesn't look like it's going to happen for him on the racetrack as far as being competitive.
And Phil, you see here, we talked about the fact that Gray was right in the middle of that wreck. He took some contact to that right rear. Look how shiny that tire is. The team has determined that it's not rubbing, or they relieved it from a rub. And you see the damage on the right rear. We talk about how important that is. This is another guy down there fighting for his playoff future. He's got damage. Look at that bent side he has.
Continue under caution here. 55 laps to go.
All right, 55 laps to go. And we have another caution. Hey, we got 3. I said 5. Cautions breed cautions. We'll see what happens here. Cautions breed cautions. And we'll see what happens. Ben Rhodes will not win it this year. We'll see. Drop the like. I'm going to the race on Sunday. Awesome. Kill a switch. And Taj says, seems like we've got a new champion crowned in the truck series. Possibly a Rhodes 3-peat won't happen. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Ben Rhodes right here. Ben Rhodes can get into the round of 8, but it doesn't look like it. Coming into the race, let me look here. Coming into the race on the points, I don't know if they update this during the standings or not, but coming into the race, Ben Rhodes was only 12 points out, so 19 points out on Infinger. Let's see where Ben Rhodes is, where Infinger is. So if Infinger is in 11th, Ben Rhodes is not. He is in 20th, so he's got to make up some points. He's going to make up 19 points to get in, and he's going to pass Daniel Dye at least, so we know that. But Taylor Gray in 17, and he's in 7th place coming into the day with a 23-point lead, so I'm sure he is pretty much in. But Taylor Gray is in 26th, so Ben Rhodes in 20th, Taylor Gray in 26th. Is it enough to gain 20-some points? I'm not sure. Link and Kim, what's going on? Where's the 98 at? He is Majeski. He is in 19th spot, but he is pretty much secured in on the playoffs. But as of right now, Daniel Dye, he's definitely out. He's had a bad day. He's 3 laps down. Started bad. Hit the wall a couple times in the first stage. But I did say 5 cautions. We're at 3 for Kansas, so we'll see what happens there. So, unfortunately, like I said, Fox doesn't tell you where the points are at the time like NBC does, where they have a running order, live running order, where Fox does not. Hands down, NBC is a whole lot better than Fox on NASCAR, and I didn't really learn it till this year. Last year, I didn't really get a chance to really understand NBC's broadcast like I do now. So I prefer NBC hands down. Now, I will be bringing you guys, Taylor Gray having some issues.
Race truck, quite a bit of damage there.
This might open the door for Ben Rhodes.
Tools. It's the ultimate
I said
giveaway.
Taylor Gray
here,
and
Michael.
And
head over to craftsman.com now and enter for a chance to win $10,000 worth of select Craftsman products.
Richard says I got 7 cautions.
2024 Toyota Tacoma.
Just fill the bed of that truck with tools.
Yeah, and take them home and redo your garage. Yeah. Look at the left rear on this 17 truck as well of Taylor Gray. It's been hit so far. They've had to adjust that left rear too. Maybe bent that fender in a little bit, but the damage is right on the door here on the right side. Look at how much it's caved in. I don't think that's aerodynamically necessarily a bad thing, Phil. I've talked a lot about the right rear. As long as they get that damage clearance from that tire, and Jeff Hensley elected not to put new tires on that truck. He wanted to save his set, but a lot of damage back there. Ben Rhodes has been on pit road as well, making adjustment. Looked like to maybe the shock absorbers in the rear.
Yeah, they had it jacked up under the rear. Obviously, we saw him change tires the first time in. He's coming back down pit road here. Let's see if...
Ben Rhodes now in
They have
pit.
to be running out of adjustments. See if they can just top it off with fuel. I think that was simply a matter of topping off with fuel. Because, again, there's still 52 laps to go. It is not out of the realm of possibility, you know, for these trucks to run out of fuel at 50 or 52 laps.
Yeah, the 99
What's going
guys,
on, Josh? Good to see you.
Got in the wall a little bit, scrubbed it. They had to work on the quarter panel. They went under there with the Sawzall, did something, but just fixing a little damage on it. But yeah, they have made some serious adjustments this last top.
It's a Hail Mary kind of night for the 99 of Ben Rhodes. Throw everything at it at this point.
I said Braves Mets on Fox on Monday.
I think his only chance right now is for this race to go green
be on,
the rest of the way. And all these trucks, we have 15 trucks that stayed on the racetrack.
Seriously,
all of them will have to come to pit road before the end of this race and pass them that
Braves
way. I
Mets
think that's
on
the only shot
Monday.
they have.
See the playoff standings there in the pylon on the left side. Ben Rhodes down there,
That's a bummer.
21 points out. Daniel Dye, 24 points out. Daniel Dye,
I think Sanchez, my
with
dark horse,
early
might
on.
win. Here we go. Oh,
Corey
wrong button.
Heim, Christian Eckes, once again side by
Sorry.
side for the restart.
Sorry. Turn off, caution.
With every restart, Jamie, these guys are going to get more and more crazy. The pushes, the shoves, the blocking, the 3-4 wide.
Watch how aggressive the two at Nick Sanchez is. Every restart.
Look at
right
Heim.
in the middle.
And Eckes
He got
battling
loose,
it out
almost
here.
made contact with Lane Riggs in the 38. Side by side for the lead.
Look at this battle. Lane Riggs isn't
Here
giving
comes
up.
Lane
Look how
Riggs.
high he's going. Trying to take a peek. It
Lane
doesn't
Riggs
work.
like
Eckes
83rd
gets there.
stage is my cue.
But Corey Heim gets there first.
Corey Heim, Christian Eckes. And what a battle behind them, trying to make it 3 and 4 wide. Look at Raja Karuth on the inside in the 71.
How about that black and yellow truck running around 10th? Grant
It's a
Enfinger.
cutoff race
They
for the
have made
trucks.
that
Yes,
truck
John.
Better.
Cutoff
Just
race.
got blocked by Tanner Gray.
Heim, Eckes, Sanchez the third, Riggs the fourth.
There they are.
Wow, everything's
Back
working
of
out
there
for
he
us
is right
tonight,
there.
Matty.
Tanner Gray, the black and yellow.
Haley Curry in the top
Toyota
five.
is in front of the black and yellow Chevrolet. There's Grant. Jeff Stankiewicz has definitely made this truck better now. He's knocking on the door, actually in the top 10 right now.
Where you see that, TJ?
And the thing about Grant Enfinger, guys, he hasn't lost a thing.
TJ,
He hasn't
where you
got any
watching that
stage
on?
Points, but nobody behind him got any stage points either. So he came in here above the cut line, 7 points above the cut line. He hasn't lost any ground whatsoever to Daniel Dye or to Ben Rhodes.
That's not live on
He
NASCAR.com.
didn't like his truck necessarily at the beginning. Articulated to his crew chief, Jeff Stankiewicz, what he needed, what he wanted, how they were going to go about adjustment. And look at him just smoothly driving that truck inside the top 10. What a battle we have
What's up, Richard?
around that top 10, though. Trucks everywhere.
Heim,
Connor Daly
Riggs,
up high. There's Ben
now to
Rhodes and the
P2.
damaged truck of Taylor Gray.
Keep on hitting that
Stuart
subscribe
Friesen,
button.
That
Keep
blue
hitting
and
that
white
like
truck
button. We're
right
trying
in
to
there
get
with
to
them.
200 likes. We're almost there.
Guys, a little sidebar on this
Where,
points
though?
race we got
DJ.
going.
Or TJ.
The 9 of Grant Enfinger, they say they're 3 laps short on fuel. The 99
I
of Ben
missed it, man.
Rhodes
I'm
can
sorry.
go the rest of the way. That's going to be interesting. If we don't get
Who
a
did he say
caution,
was
what
out
could happen?
right now?
Ben Rhodes battling for all he can as he goes around
Curry,
his teammate, Matt
underdog.
Crafton.
Him and Riggs trying to
20th
ruin
spot
some
right
parties.
Matt Crafton looks like bailed on that battle. Getting word he jumped the restart.
Going to have to come to pit road.
There's that penalty he's serving. I don't know if he didn't speed there, Phil.
I'm not sure his right sides were above that orange box as well.
What about Lane Riggs? This is so fun to watch. We're watching this kid come into his own right before our eyes.
Closing on Corey Heim for the lead.
Did I see any
Christian Eckes back
fish
to
when we were at
third.
that beach? I saw
Trying to
fish.
sweep the round, isn't he?
Something that's never been done. A non-playoff driver has never swept 3 races
That'd
in
be
a
crazy
row.
if it happens.
He is better right now than our leader, Corey Heim.
Here comes Riggs. It's
He's
the
really
third
able
stage.
to move around. That truck is good all over this.
He must have heard me.
So is the 11.
In the playoff, in the
He's
vlog.
trying to find that inch. You see there the fastest last lap, Christian Eckes. Corey Heim, second fastest.
I don't think he's going to the Cup Series.
Held up
he's going to the
a little bit
Xfinity
here
Series,
by
I thought.
Corey Heim. Aerodynamically, it's tough to run fast laps when you're right behind another guy. He'll have to look
the
around
fastest
and see
car
if he can make adjustments
on the track
to his
right
line.
now.
And that's what he did that last corner. Again, you talked at the top of the show. You know, hit them where they ain't. Run where they ain't.
When we were at the beach, Josh, I saw fish at the beach.
There's Grant battling behind Dean Thompson.
Just outside the top 10. Grant right now holding down the 12th spot.
Come on, Ben, Matthew says.
I think the only thing right now that would really hurt Grant is if he did indeed have to stop for fuel.
Ben Rhodes in 19th.
This race goes green, and Ben Rhodes is able to stay on the racetrack.
You could put a blanket over the battle for the lead right now. Up front, so close.
Ben Rhodes is making some ground on these competitors. We saw the damaged truck of Taylor Gray.
Taylor Gray passing Ben Rhodes. That's
20.
Remember,
that
new tires on the 99
Taylor Gray.
did not change tires on the 17.
I like what you said, Phil. They just decided to do something that no one else did.
Almost to 200 likes. Hit that like button for us. Keep hitting that subscribe as well.
The more green
We're
flag
3
laps
away
you run,
from
the farther the field gets separated.
22,320.
This thing could go all the way to the checkered. If it does, Ben Rhodes is in a good spot.
Good battle for 10th with Tanner Gray. Connor Mozak in the 7.
Yeah, great run by Connor Mozak. Again, came here qualifying on the front row. Right now running up in the top 10.
These are the days when you have a night like this that the other competitors recognize what you have behind the wheel, how talented you are, gives you more opportunities. It's been fun to see this kid.
How about Bailey Curry in the 41, running 4th right now. Best effort of the season. Looking at his results, 11th was best, and it was right here at Kansas. So really nice job by Bailey Curry.
Yeah, 4th is his career best. He did that at Atlanta last year. They've made that truck better as the night is worn on.
Nicholas, hate to say that, might have been Free's last regular season Braves win. Hope not, Nicholas.
By Gray. Outside of Rhodes, but it's not enough.
Ben Rhodes and Taylor Gray battling here.
Clear the 99 and the 32 of Brett Holmes
right below the
at the
ticker.
same time.
They're at 18th and 19th.
Raja Caruth, Nick Sanchez. These two have battled each other a time or two as teammates in the Arca Menard series for Rev Racing.
And they're quasi-teammates right now. The Rev Racing number 2 truck comes out of the same shop that 71 of Raja does.
Look at this. Look how close, side by side.
Ooh, Caruth.
Raja says, Nick, I need a little more
Sanchez
room.
battling for
Look at his hands inside of that cab of that truck.
Riggs trying to pass Heim.
Meanwhile, the battle for the lead continues as well.
Corey Heim.
Lane Riggs is just looking, you know, down on the bottom of the racetrack and doesn't lose any ground. Look how close he comes to the outside wall. I think he really wants to be up on the fence, Phil. That's where his truck is fastest, but that's where Heim is running. So he's got to try to figure this out. Another path around.
An F1 contract.
Between the 71 of Raja and the 2 of Sanchez continues. That's a battle for the 6th spot.
Connor Zillich's that good to go to F1.
Up off the corner, off the high side.
This is on FS1.
Gets it there. Remember Sanchez locked in. Raja Caruth trying to just do what he's doing now. Complete this and know that he can punch his ticket to the round of 8. We haven't talked about Ty Majeski in a little bit. Amanda, what are you hearing?
Yeah, Jamie, here's a little bit of an interesting update. He did pit last on lap 79 and took 4 tires, but what the team did not do was take fuel. Well, Joe Scheer Jr. just said, hey, buddy, we're 2 laps
Sanchez
short of
in the
making
pits.
it to the end. I need you to ride and draft for a while. We can save that month with your effort.
You see the 2 of Nick Sanchez coming down pit road. This is a scheduled pit stop. I think essentially what they're doing is splitting this final stage in half. It's going to put fresh tires on now, and that will probably open up the floodgates and bring more people to pit road because they don't want to get caught behind this too and having older tires.
You know, Phil, you and I both said I would have pitted under that caution earlier. Just get that gas that could get you all the way to the end. These guys that elected not to do that with Ben Rhodes and other cats on the racetrack with enough fuel, this is going to put them in a real bind.
So Sanchez gets tires, fuel. He is finished. He was running 6th before he came down pit road. 35 laps to go. This battle for the lead is so good.
Remember, 15 trucks stayed on the racetrack, elected not to come down pit road. Here's 2 of them right here, Corey Heim and Lane Riggs.
I talked about other people that came to pit road. Caden Honeycutt is in 13th. He pitted along with Dawson Sutton, most everybody after that. So there's a lot of good trucks that'll stay on the racetrack.
Yeah, they're the top running trucks right now of those that did take the advantage to pit. As we see Ben Rhodes trying to get by Brendan Queen in the 1 truck. It's a battle for the 15th position.
Brendan has done a nice job rebounding from that penalty of his tire getting away, running inside the top 15.
Yeah, he's another one of those trucks, Michael, that did not come to pit road. Will have to come to pit road here. And again, I think we've seen so much green flag running that a lot of these teams, especially Nick Sanchez and his team, they feel like this race is going to go green. That's why they wanted to get those tires on early and get the best out of those tires.
The Butterbean Queen that we talk about, his 3rd career Truck Series start, made his debut at North Wilkesboro, finished 4th, got out, acted like he won the race. All the fans applauded.
He deserved to act that way. That was an amazing performance in his debut. Another truck, Phil, one of the guys that didn't pit, Tanner Gray.
Interesting after
on
pit stops
road,
are done
fresh
here.
Tires and fuel.
Yeah, I think you might as well come in now. If you didn't pit on lap, 79 to 82, where those other guys did, you might as well come in and try to get the good off these tires. If you wait till there's 10 laps to go, then you're not going to get the advantage of those new tires for 25 or 30 laps.
It's a gamble, but that's sometimes what it takes to be successful. You've got to just go with your gut instinct, and the fact that this thing's got a green flag feel to it makes me agree with you, Phil. Let's come get those tires and use them.
Battle for 10th. Grant Enfinger riding on board as he battles with Tyler Ankrum.
I think Enfinger's coming. Grant Enfinger, you saw that hand out the window. Watch this. Hear him getting... Oh, he decided to stay out. Think maybe there's something on the racetrack that made him wonder if it was time to pit or not?
Yeah, crew chief Jeff Stankiewicz, maybe the spotter said, hey, maybe stay out here. Tim Fedowa is the sponsor. The spotter for Grant Enfinger. There's Jeff Stankiewicz, left side of your screen.
He looked like he was kind of perplexed about what happened there, shook his head.
Maybe Grant didn't feel like he could get slowed down early enough to get to pit road.
You can
Here
hear
he is.
it
He's
now.
coming now.
Lane Riggs.
Lane Riggs in the pits.
Is that him from the 2nd spot coming to pit road?
Todd, they're coming your way.
38 Lane Riggs comes in. What a banner night he's had, showing everybody again what he's got. No real major adjustments on this truck. He's just a little too tight when he gets up behind the 11 truck to make the pass. The 9 truck of Grant Enfinger. Jeff Stankiewicz, about 5 laps ago, apologized to his driver, said, I should have pitted under that last yellow. We're going to short pit. Exactly what you said, Phil. Get the good off these tires while we can make up some time.
This race has just taken an interesting twist with all these green flag pit stops and competitive trucks that stayed out.
Remember, the magic number is 12 points. 12 points is what Ben Rhodes was behind Grant Enfinger coming into this race. That means essentially 12 positions on the racetrack. Once we get timing sorted out, Grant Enfinger gets back to the start-finish line, then we can see where he's running relative to Ben
away
Rhodes.
from 200 likes.
If he's
Hit that like
outside of
button
12
for us.
positions,
Almost to 200.
then it sure worked for Ben Rhodes if we stay green.
Pit road's a busy place. A lot of drivers inside the top 20, all electing to come right now.
There's Tyler Ankrum right there, the blue and orange truck peeling off to come to pit road. Corey Heim was awfully fast there, getting in that 11 truck, coming from the lead.
Ooh, that's going to be close, Amanda. He slid into pit road.
Yeah, Michael, you can see that as he came
Here comes
down.
Corey
We'll
Heim.
All
right, Heim.
His team, but
Perfect
Corey,
stop right here. No mistakes.
Tonight, but the truck's been giving him what he wants. He told me ahead of this race that if he had a perfect truck here to be, it would be free. So what he's had out of the truck so far is going, but you look at that 11 truck. You think of just the year that he's had. He is on the brink of 6 wins this season.
4 tires,
he is the youngest
fuel,
driver ever
gone.
to have 10 total wins in the Craftsman Truck Series.
What kind of pit stop
just an
he had.
impressive drive out of Corey Heim tonight from the rear to the lead.
Hearing that Corey Heim was
back
clear
out.
coming to pit road.
Eck
No penalty
continues
there.
to lead
Good
now.
pit stop as he goes back up onto the racetrack. Christian Eckes leads Raja Karuth from Kansas.
All right. Heim speeding, entering the pit. No. No. Are you kidding me? No way. Oh. How? Are you perfect and then you get caught speeding? Oh my gosh. Are you? Come on, Heim. Like I just said, no mistakes. Oh, now can he race his way back with 24 laps to go? No. He's done. Oh boy. Heim. My goodness. Riggs put in jet fuel and super tires. Game over, Kirk says. There's Ben Rhodes in P4. Unless we get a caution. Get that Toyota out of here, he said. It still hasn't shown Heim coming in yet. He wasn't listening to me. I mean, come on. How do you not hit your mark? So this is Majeski's now. Majeski's the lose right here. I'm waiting for them to come back. They haven't shown him yet. That's the crazy part. They just haven't shown him come in yet. So maybe he's fighting it, I think.
The battle on the bubble is heating up. We've been watching Ben Rhodes in the 99 all night. He has been below the cut line as they run with Grant Enfinger just ahead of him. He's 1 point to the good. Grant Enfinger, 1 point out.
So Enfinger out and Daniel Dye. So that's going to be the battle right here.
Who's running fifth, been running fourth. He's got a 7-second gap, but this is where it's right there.
But there's trucks, Phil, that are in the top 10.
They haven't said
Connor
one
Daly,
word about
Nathan
Heim
Bird
yet.
in his Truck Series debut. These trucks are not as fast as some of the others, so there's going to be, over the next 5-10 laps,
Heim's in ninth.
A lot of positions change here.
Yeah. Ben Rhodes right now is about 2 seconds behind Dawson Sutton, so that is within reach for him. And then
he's one lap down in 12th.
Needs to try to get by some of these trucks, but I look at the trucks running in front of him. They've all pitted more recently, I think, than he did, and they're on similar tires. So Grant Enfinger has his work cut out for him for sure. But man, it's
Rick,
close.
are you trying to trick me?
Crossed the line, and that means we have reached our Craftsman 20 laps
20
to
go.
Ty Majeski, Caden Honeycutt. This has gotten
Well, there was a lot of
mixed
pit
up.
stops.
Yeah, Ben Rhodes with a couple extra laps of fuel left in his truck. He pitted after those guys did, topped off at the end of that stop.
You trying to trick me too?
Got a 7-second lead on the second place guy. So just do what you're doing here. Stay beat gas. Got a 7-second.
That sounded a little bit like desperation, but a lot like hope.
I think Majeski hasn't pit yet.
And save me some gas. You see Christian Eckes and Tanner Gray going by. That just unlaps themselves. That will give us 12 trucks right now on the lead lap. Nick Sanchez right behind Majeski. That would be another truck that if he goes by Majeski, he would unlap himself.
Time is 22 seconds behind with 18 to go.
Looking at the 25 and third.
So I get
Dawson Sutton. Remember, Ty Dillon usually in that truck. He is now out. Dawson will be the driver moving forward. Ty said he will be his mentor as he looks to what happens next year.
Hey,
what's
Hawks,
next
get it
in
together.
line.
What's up, Black Vikings?
Dawson has done a great job keeping that truck out of trouble. Had a great qualifying effort. Right now running third, actually chasing down Caden Honeycutt, who's running second. As Nick Sanchez unlaps himself, Michael. Or tries to.
Nick Sanchez trying to get his lap back.
Doesn't want to let him by either. You know, you got to try to save fuel, but also if the caution comes out late, that's one less guy you got to worry about. Big run off turn 2 there for Majeski in the 98.
I don't even know if I get that game.
Majeski with an 8-second lead right now over Caden
What channel is it
Honeycutt.
on?
As we look at the cut line, 99 and 9.
It's crazy.
Tied. Unbelievable. The nights that these two drivers
so Ben
have had,
Rhodes and
it comes
Infinger
down
are
to
tied.
this.
There's going to be a lot of things change, though, Jamie, over the next 15 laps. There's so many trucks that are running different speeds. Second fastest truck just unlapped himself. Tanner Gray on that last lap.
I don't get the MLB
now the fastest truck, so a lot of movement.
If these drivers tie, which is where they are right now, Ben Rhodes would get the nod because it's the best finish within this round. He had a top 10 finish race before last, and Grant Enfinger has not had a top 10 finish in this round.
Infinger
tied
in 16.
They're tied here
for the playoff life
with 15 laps to go.
2 laps to go. 2 laps down. Hey, Robert, 200
The
likes.
99,
Thanks so
the
much.
night they've had all the different changes. They've thrown everything at it. And the call to pit at lap 82 gave him that track position. Finishing in the top 10 in Milwaukee 2 races ago. That could be all he needs if he could just hang on.
So Ben Rhodes is in, Infinger is out.
One of those guys ahead of us to get the tire breaker here. We're even right now.
Let me tell you some good news for Grant Enfinger. Corey Haim's the fastest truck on the track. He's fixing to catch Ben Rhodes. Take that spot away. There you see Bailey Curry just ahead of our leader.
That's the spot, that 41 truck. That would do it for Grant Enfinger. If you could get in front of that 41 of Bailey Curry, that would be 1 point. Or conversely, as you mentioned, if Corey Haim is able to catch Ben Rhodes and get by him, that would be that point he needs.
There's Dawson Sutton, a great run.
Meanwhile, that's a battle
they're
for
trying
third.
to stretch
Ben
it
Rhodes
here.
could potentially pass that 25 of Dawson Sutton.
But they've got to look in the mirror because just behind them, there's a bullet coming in the form of the 11 of Corey Haim. Look at this battle.
Dawson Sutton trying to hold off Ben Rhodes. If Ben gets around
Rhodes
him,
trying to get ahead here.
I'll tell you, regardless, you have to give Doug Randolph credit. He brought him down pit road, changed tires, put his last
Keep
set
that
of
like
tires
button,
on.
keep in that subscribe
Said we
for
have
us
to
as
do
well.
something different. We have to shake it up. And they're right there at it right now.
Meanwhile, Grant Enfinger still trying to get around Bailey Curry to pick up that point, but they remain tied.
Oh,
Ben
got to
Rhodes
run
knows
here.
how important this spot is. I'm sure the spotters on the radio saying Corey Haim's coming. Fastest truck on the track every lap. You see as they dip
13
down
seconds.
on the front
There's no
straightaway
way
to
he
the
makes
apron.
up
That's a spot
11,
right there. He got by
13
Sanchez.
seconds and 11 spots.
He got by Sanchez. That's a
11
point
laps.
for Enfinger.
Rhodes has to
Enfinger
pass.
And he goes
+3.
around Connor.
And now Enfinger's +3.
There comes.
There's Corey Haim
Look at
getting,
the speed.
now
getting by
Rhodes
both
is
of
going to
them.
be out.
Wow.
When you said that Corey Haim was going to catch Ben Rhodes, he was 6 seconds behind. Michael, that was 3 laps ago.
Wow, Enfinger's going to be in here.
How far can he get? He's 10 seconds down.
Corey Heim passes
trying
people
everything
left
he
and
can
right.
to pick up that one extra point.
Does he catch
Meanwhile,
Majeski here?
Enfinger sits 8th right now, right at the cut line. He's 5 points above.
Yeah, Rhodes is going to be
He
out.
went by Taylor Gray just now. That gave him another position.
And Ben Rhodes is stalled out. Can't pick up that point. Can't get close enough to get around Dawson Sutton.
Meanwhile, back at the front, there's enough time for Corey Heim to run down Tom
9
Majeski.
seconds.
9 seconds
Heim
behind,
is coming, bro.
but he's running a second and a half faster.
He's got 9 laps to do it.
He's got the math works on that.
There's the gap. Still waiting for Corey Heim.
You might say, you're crazy, Mike. Watch this.
Think you'll catch him?
That's
he just
a
made
big
up
gap. But
21
watch this.
seconds or 19 seconds.
Now is Joe Shear saying, okay, that 11 truck's coming. Forget the saving gas thing. Give me all you got.
Corey Heim, a 5-time winner. He's had those moments this year multiple times. Oh, yeah?
Now it's 4 points.
Ben Rhodes able to get by Dawson Sutton to get one of those points back, but still finds himself
We need a
4
NASCAR
points
caution.
behind.
Do you do the math on that, Phil? You see the last time by with 8 to go, over
to
a
go.
second, 4/10 thereabout. And the deficit is just 7 seconds.
7 seconds.
2, 3, 4. It's still adding up for me.
Does he
Gonna
have
be
enough
close.
time to catch him?
The tire advantage that he has, you would think, would minimize as they go.
But also, you got to
No, it's all right,
remember,
Rick.
like you said, Joe
How
Shear
was it?
saying,
Did you
we
have a
got
good time, Rick?
He's on the gas. He's going to catch us.
I think it will,
He got
Matthew.
that- He cut the deficit down to just a second last time by, did Majeski.
2/10 quicker that lap Majeski was than
He
the
might
lap
catch him
before. We'll
at
see what Corey Heim
the
does
white
that
flag.
lap.
Reminder, Ty Majeski pitted at lap
That's right,
79.
Haystack.
Corey Heim, lap 107. To your point, that advantage.
He might
Only
catch him
0.6 of a second
at the
gain
green,
that time
at the
by
white
Corey
flag.
Heim.
That means that Tom Majeski went to the whip.
Why you hate me?
He decided fuel savings got to be over if I'm going to win this race. Corey Heim second, under 6 seconds now.
Then Rhodes losing another
Oh,
spot
because I picked Heim?
to Butterbean.
Ty
No, Butterbean's a
Majeski.
lap down. That is not a position. Butterbean is being shown 1 lap down in the 22nd position.
Ty Majeski into
Uh-oh,
turn 1.
uh-oh.
5 laps to
Uh-oh,
go.
33 smoking.
The 33, Lawless Allen.
See if it keeps the debris off the racetrack. He's down on the apron. He's doing all he can do to stay out of the racing line.
He is
off the
putting some
racing
debris
surface.
out. Lawless Allen smoking big
He
time.
makes it to pit road.
Throw the
Heavy
caution.
contact with the 33 truck, flawless.
I don't see a great deal of debris.
Yeah, I'm
Stay
doing
green for
spinning
now
tomorrow,
with 4
Rick.
to go.
4 to go, no caution.
Ty Majeski. The run he has been on
I don't
the
think
last
Heim's
4
gonna catch him
races.
now.
A win.
He might miss it by 1 lap.
Lucas Oil Raceway. A win at Richmond. A 2nd place finish at Milwaukee. 8th place finish at Bristol.
But remember, fuel's close. It'll be
black.
interesting.
Not
Gotta keep
over.
that in mind.
Not over until it's over. But what a run
Force,
they've
he's
had.
going to
What a
catch
night
him.
they've
He's
had.
going to miss it
Started
by
on
1
pole.
lap. Heim's going to miss it by
I'm
1
sure he
lap.
had to go to the whip sooner than he wanted to.
3 to go. 4.5 miles for Majeski. Meanwhile, you see the 9 of Enfinger right side of your screen. That is not a battle for position. He's running in the 11th spot.
You're welcome,
Jake
Kenneth
Garcia,
Fox.
he's a lap down as well.
Grant Enfinger, 6 points.
Tomorrow
above the
it's
cut
at
line right now. Ben
2:30
Rhodes outside.
or 2:30. I think we're going live. Nice. You're welcome, Kenneth
9/10
Fox.
of
I
a
hope you had a
second
great
faster
time in
last
Atlanta.
time by was Heim, and you could see in the pylon there, he's got it under 4 seconds.
Yeah, just 2 to go now. There's
He's going to
Majeski
miss it by 1 lap.
coming off turn 2. Just over a lap and a half
He'll
for
see
Majeski.
the white flag next. Does he have enough fuel to hang on?
Heim missed it by 1
I
lap.
just saw Stuart Friesen out of gas, and he put it on the same lap that our leader, Tom Majeski, did.
Rhodes is out of gas.
Oh,
Rhodes is out of gas.
So is Majeski.
Majeski's out of gas.
And Majeski's out of gas. Majeski's out of
The
gas.
white flag is out.
No way.
The 11 of Corey Heim. Here he comes. Goes around.
I
Ty
said he missed it
Majeski.
by 1
Final
lap, and it was
from Kansas.
Majeski. Oh.
Told you he had enough time to get there. Wasn't even close.
You nailed it, Michael. The white flag comes out. Not enough fuel to make it to the finish.
Oh.
The 11 of Corey Heim started in the back, worked his way forward, dominated the race, and he gets the win at his favorite racetrack, Kansas Speedway.
Oh, me. What a race, huh?
And Grant Enfinger is going to do it. He is going to lock
Enfinger's
himself
out.
into the next round.
Is in. Enfinger's
Ben Rhodes
in.
runs out of gas, automatically giving a big points night to the 9. 24 points.
We know that Corey Heim and Scott Zipadelli and that
What a
entire
run.
team are going to be happy. But I'll guarantee you, they're not going to be much happier than that 9 team for Jeff Stankiewicz, Cody Robaugh, that owner, and
You're
Grant
welcome, guys.
Enfinger.
We'll see you
know,
tomorrow.
we talked
We'll
to
be
him before the
NASCAR
race. He
Cup
was so
practice.
calm and
It's up.
collected. And then imagine the emotions of being tied for that transfer spot and being out because of the finishes and then coming back and getting the spot. That's last to first. That's what last to first looks like right there.
And he led the most laps of the night to boot, like 64 laps.
It happens, Brownie.
Still really, really proud of the job that Ben Rhodes and his team did.
It's just great. He did everything he could do.
Yeah.
Gave him a chance.
Yes.
He was way out, and he was in there above the cut line.
Yeah, Doug Randolph, made the call. I think it was a great call to try to make it happen.
See y'all tomorrow, y'all.
There you see the two guys that did not move forward. Daniel Dye with that trouble early hitting the wall.
Yeah,
Ben Rhodes out of gas at the end.
Yeah, the two drivers that came in here below that cut line.
Just has been a tough season for the defending Truck Series champion, Ben Rhodes. Just 2 top 5s on the season. He knew this wasn't a great track for him coming in. But Doug Randolph, they did everything they could. Just wasn't enough. It's time
You're
for
welcome,
the 6th time in 2024.
Yep, new champion, Corey Heim.
2-time ARCA winner here. A 2-time Truck Series winner.
All right, Bronny, I'm sorry, buddy.
I'd call it my favorite track, too.
Without a doubt.
Hey, Majeski.
But how about
he
the
wouldn't
call
have
by
been there
Scott
if he didn't try to
Zipadelli
save gas.
after that practice incident to
missed
say,
it by
hey, we're
one
going to
lap.
take the time to make sure this truck's okay. Forget
Good night,
qualifying.
guys.
We're going to take it back to the garage.
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow.
And man, was it
practice.
right.
It's already. It'll
The
be
confidence
transported
that
over.
he had in that
It's
truck
already
he
up.
built.
All
And
those
his
streams
driver
are up on
to
the
be able
channel.
to get the job done.
That's a beautiful thing. Checkered flag, picking out a fan there to pass it to.
Love that.
I love this tradition.
There you go.
I think Corey's going to end up giving a lot of flags away throughout his career.
From here, what time is it? Does anybody know?
I think he said it's 6-time
time.
high time.
6-time Heim time.
I hope he buys him a watch this time.
Look at all the win stickers on the side of his race truck.
This is...
Yeah, it'll be on.
As the helmet comes
tomorrow
off.
night.
What a night for Corey Heim, Amanda.
Oh, and Jamie, you can
It's
see
not-
his
it
team
never
just
Heim
as
time,
happy
okay.
as he is. And Corey, on that last pit stop for you under green flag, you asked your team, how hard should I go? And Scott said to you, go as hard as you can. I want to know the first thought that you had when you saw Ty Majeski fall to the apron.
Just a deep sigh of relief. I mean, we were the best truck all night. Just huge thank you to my Truck and Garage guys. This is my favorite track. I love coming here. I look forward to this. I had a smile on my face all week coming to this place, and just glad we could sweep the year here. It's just such an awesome place to come. Like I said, just huge thanks to Truck and Garage, Safe Flight, Twitter Racing. Certainly thought we had it lost there at the 98, almost making it on fuel, but it just shows my team made the right call.
Congratulations to Corey, starting from the rear, guys, and wins this race. Todd?
Grant Enfinger advances to the next round of the playoffs. Grant, we watched you the start of this race. Looked like you were just pacing yourself, keeping those guys in bay, knowing where their point situation was. It comes down to the end of the green flag stops. At one point, you were 6 points out of the playoffs, ended up 25 points in. Talk about your night.
Yeah, definitely a little bit stressful. Definitely too close for comfort here.
Jeff Stankwitz and all these guys at CR7 Motorsports have done a great job all year, but this is a round we want to forget. We snuck through here, and now we're looking forward to going to Talladega next week. But yeah, I honestly feel like we
on
had
at
good job
2:30 Central tomorrow, Taj.
Chevy. But man, just stuck in the mess. My buddy Raj, he hit the fence there on lap 1. I got checked up in the rear. Had to save it a little bit, and just tried to be smart after that. When we did get a little air on that green flag sequence, the truck was fast for about 20 laps. Had a very bad vibration that come in on every set of tires. Had a really goofy set of tires on our second to last stint. I made Jeff, I think, lose some years off of his life because I was telling him to come in. It wanted to go because I knew Ben, his play was to go all the way. I was like, man, we got to cover that. But at the end of the day, Jeff made the right call, keeping us out there, and ended up with a top 10. It wasn't pretty, but we got something to build on.
Grand and finger, going to the next round, guys.
And the first race in the next round is his home track, Talladega, Alabama.
Congratulations, Grant. You made it to the next round, and you're below the cut line when we go to Talladega.
Come on, Mark. Come on, team. Let's get rid of that darn line. It's Talladega. Anything can happen. It doesn't matter.
Talladega, baby.
What a round we have coming up. Talladega, we talk about the uncertainty. Miami, a track a whole lot like here in Kansas, where you're going to see them running all over the place. And then Martinsville, where you're going to use the chrome horn to gain positions there. A lot's going to happen in this round and those 3 tracks.
I love the versatility of those 3 tracks. You just talked about it. Same thing for this round, really. Just 3 definitely different kind of racetracks.
Well, after the sweet sound of
Tim.
victory, you have the agony of defeat. Amanda's with Ben Rhodes.
Yeah, I'm streaming all of it, Rick.
Yeah, Jamie, with just 2 laps
Here's
to
Ben
go
Rhodes.
in this race, Ben Rhodes out of fuel
All right,
and
Alex,
will
see
not
you.
be able to defend his title of
Welcome,
last
Menace.
season. You said it's sometimes just how it goes. Is there anything you could have done different?
Yeah, we could have been a lot better to fire off, to tell you that. For whatever reason, we were able to qualify 4th and then start the race. And, I mean, did massive changes. Something was wrong with the truck. We could not get it tightened up.
Yep.
There's one change that did fix it. Leads me to kind of believe we know what happened, but still kind of unacceptable that happened, right? If we got our stage points, it would have took care of itself. But all in all, I'm thankful for all of our partners, Kubota, Farm Paint, Tenda. We've got Campers In and a bunch of others, and I wish we were able to get them another championship run, but the past 3 seasons have been really good to us.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Ben Rhodes is the first defending series champion to not advance to the second round.
What about our top 10? I mean, we know when strategy comes into play, there's going to be some wild cards. Lane Riggs, his strong run continues, got second. But look, Caden Honeycutt, Dawson Sutton, right up there in the top 5.
Great day for Tanner Gray. Wins the ARC race, comes back here with a 6th place run. Bailey Curie gets his first top 10 of the year, and Connor Mozek gets his 2nd top 10 in a limited run for that 7 truck.
That's what's so great about NASCAR. We have a playoff run, but we have all the other kids.
All right. So, I mean, the kid started 33rd, and he went to the front in 30 laps. The car was strong. I mean, wouldn't you rather... I mean, Majeski, the only reason Majeski is there in first place is because he stayed out, and he didn't pit. That's the only reason he was there. So, Corey Heim, 33rd to 1st. He deserved it. Great win. So, that's it with that. All right, so let's go through the field real quick. Heim wins the win. Lane Riggs almost played spoiler again. First place, second place in this round of playoff races. Pretty dang good. Watch for him next week at Talladega. Christian Eckes in 3rd. Caden Honeycutt, Dawson Sutton, Tanner Gray, Raj Caruth, Bailey Curry, 8th place. Grant Enfinger, 9th. Connor Mozak, 10th. Chase Purdy, 11th. Nick Sanchez, 12th. Dean Thompson, 13th. 14th, Tyler Ankrum. Ty Majeski, 15th. He ran out of gas, but ended up on the lead lap. Brent Holmes in 16th. There's your 1 lap down cars. Ben Rhodes just misses the playoffs. And Timmy Hill, Stuart Friesen there. Matt Crafton in 25th. And then way down at the bottom there, Danny Dye in 27th, 3 laps down. He ends his season. I love that paint scheme. So there it is, y'all. And then leaders here today. Heim led 64 laps. Majeski led 52. And there you go. We picked, I said 5. Well, there's only 3 cautions. So I was right. It was 3 cautions, not 4. But it is what it is. But there you go. Hope everybody had a great time tonight. I appreciate everybody hanging out on a Friday night. Tomorrow, this stream will take you to tomorrow's stream for NASCAR Cup Series. So make sure you hit the like button when you get taken over there. And we'll definitely see you tomorrow afternoon at 11:45 for NASCAR Cup practice and qualifying. It is only on the NBC app. It is not on TV. So make sure you're here, right here, because we'll have it live for you tomorrow. And then the Xfinity race, we'll have that as well. And Rick, I got to message you and ask you about YouTube TV, a little question about that later. But all right. Thanks for everybody hanging out. Appreciate all the new subscribers. Ricky and Kathy, NDG Gaming, and who else here? Mohammed, and who else? Captain. The Captain subscribed as well. Thanks so much for that. Thanks to my lovely wife, Spain, for all the lovely wife things that she does while we're hanging out here. I want to thank my mods for moderating. I want to thank my members for giving their hard-earned money back to the channel. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Because if it wasn't for you, there would be no CeeLo. So thank you so much for everything. We will see you tomorrow for an action-packed day. Who's going to be with CeeLo from noon till about 9 o'clock at night? Is it going to be you? Make sure you hang out with us. A triple header tomorrow and On the Go at CeeLo. I hope to see you guys all day long tomorrow. Appreciate everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Happy TGIF to help you if you decide to go out tonight. Be safe. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, if you are in the hurricane area, we pray for you, for your house, your life, and everything that's going on out there. Stay safe. And prayers to each and every one that has been affected by this hurricane. Until then, guys, be safe, have fun. We'll see you tomorrow for some more racing at the Kansas Speedway. Let's go.